Hey guys, it's me Josh, also known as Frogman Forever. Starting a brand new project. Let me clear this little on-screen text here, I forgot about that. Starting a brand new project today. It's Pikmin 2. I played Pikmin 1 before as both a Let's Play and then continued as a live stream, essentially. Or I basically started over as a live stream. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The point is, today we're starting a new project. This will basically be my weekend project. Current time, 9:06 a.m. It's January 24th, 2021. Seems to be a pretty beautiful Sunday today. Hope everyone's doing well. We're gonna go ahead and wait just a moment. Just gonna, let me see, return. I was doing a little bit of an audio check first just to make sure everything sounds good. If anyone wants me to turn the game audio up a little bit, just let me know. Alright, so I'm going to start a brand new file today. Before I do, let me just call out new followers since last stream. So this is Safira Doriente, I believe. Safira do Oriente. I'm not really sure. Or it could just be Safira or Safira Doriente. I'm not sure. But I apologize if I mispronounced, but thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. And we had one more. And this next individual is also a streamer, and I highly recommend you check out his channel. Give him a follow, or just check out his stuff. He's got some great stuff. He's both a musician and a streamer. He plays video games. So that's Frozen Salamander, and that's Frozen_Salamander. So definitely check out his stuff too. He's great. He's awesome. All right. If anyone's already here and wants to give a roll call, I understand that I want to say I have a follower only chat setup, so you don't have to follow if you don't want to. I mainly do that just to kind of discourage bots from showing up. So, but anyway, let's get going. We'll start a new game here. It's gonna be an opening cutscene here, and I don't really like to talk through cutscenes if I don't have to. So I'll just kind of let it play. In the meantime, I might kind of just make sure I have all my other settings good to go, but I'll just let it go. So Pikmin 2. Yeah, so we're gonna send our least competent employee with our one of our most competent ones. That's always a great idea. I guess that's kind of like differentiated learning. Put the spin on it for sure. Remember when that cutscene, when I first saw it when I was younger, it just blew my mind. It opened the world more so than the first one did. And this is our first level with snow too. That was close. I have averted a crash landing. Running diagnostics. It would help if I wasn't pressing the A button with the N64 controller. It's morning, guys. I'm waking up. Alright. Now, I'm actually playing this off... I'm using a GameCube controller, but I'm playing off the Wii. Alert, danger, Louis is missing. He must have something... He must have somehow fallen out of his cockpit. He is not responding via his communicator. He is either flouting protocol or in danger. Olimar, you must find Louis before he freezes to death in the cold of this planet. Wait a moment, look. Could these be Pikmin? They look like they are about to be devoured as we speak. You must help them quickly. Press B to call them with your whistle, Captain Olimar. I think this is actually one of those like scripted moments in the game where they can't be killed by the Bulborb because you need to keep these Pikmin. So like I could literally just stand here and just watch them fight this dude forever, and he might take bites at them, but they won't actually die. In fact, I'm going to prove it to you guys. I forgot to grab my water, so I'm just going to step out for just a second. And meanwhile, you can watch them fight this Bulborb. And I come back to a game over screen where the Pikmin are dead. There's an extinction, and the game's over. Look, he's gobbling them down, too. Alright, anyway. Okay, so we have our Pikmin. That's the only time in the game where they won't actually be eaten. So, yeah, I had to take advantage of that. Alright, the Pikmin ran to your side. They seem to remember you, Captain Olimar. How fascinating. Give them instructions and do not delay. Hold A to grab a Pikmin and release to throw it. Alright, so if you if you direct hit these guys on the back, they'll die instantly, but obviously I didn't accomplish that. I wasn't 100% sure that the Bulborb would actually not kill my Pikmin there, because I thought maybe they would, but didn't look like it was going to kill regardless. I've just reestablished my communication link with Louis. It is fortunate we have managed to confirm his safety. Press Y to communicate with him. I'm quite interested in the details of his condition. So it's the first game where it features the whole like switching back and forth. between captains. Alright, there really isn't anything you can do here at this point, so we'll go ahead and switch to Louis, like they tell us. That's something about the game that I sometimes forget, is just that it is pretty linear when you start with the first couple days. But after a little while, after you get through the first couple caves, you can pretty much decide the order you're going to do everything else. Louis, allow me to assess your condition. As per our safety protocols, are you at all injured? Is that so? Then my concerns are eased. Our communication link shows you are nearby. Can you make your way to our location and rejoin us? I will navigate for you. Press start to contact me and obtain information about the terrain. Alright. I'm not going to do that. And you can see where he landed. Alright. I think that actually stays there too. If you come back in a future day, you'll still see it there. Alright, so we're introduced to the red onion, which from the first game is where you will store the red Pikmin. Louis, the odd object before you appears to be one of the onions mentioned. Minions. I mixed mention and onion together, so it kind of had a weird sound. All right. Anyway, I don't like it when his eyes pop out like that. It's really creepy. The seed the onion ejected just sprouted. According to Olimar's report, it can be plucked with A. All right. And they're going to show off again our Pikmin for the first time. The game really does a good job kind of filling you in on how Pikmin works if you didn't play the first game, which is kind of nice. Louis, this must be one of the Pikmin creatures from Olimar's report. It is staring at you. You can use C to issue objectives to your Pikmin squad and even direct their movement. You can disband your squad with X. Interesting. Olimar's description of the creatures resembling Pikmin carrots was strikingly accurate. Louis, my sensors have detected drool in the corner of your mouth. Are you all right? Yeah, he's ready to eat. I think you can actually obtain like a Louis log when you complete the main game, or somewhere along the line, or maybe when you complete the first main objective of the game. And he basically just writes about, like, you know, how he would cook a lot of the creatures on the planet. He loves food, you know. Unfortunately, that may be the reason why we're here in the first place. I hope I'm not spoiling anything for anyone who's never seen the game, played the game. I assume if you've never played it, that you've at least heard of the game, or maybe have even seen a playthrough of it. The onion ejected more seeds. The pellet from that flower must hold nutrients that breed Pikmin. Yes, the Pikmin gather nutrients, haul them to the onion, and further propagate the species. The onion is a Pikmin mothership. Reviewing Olimar's report, it seems repeatedly tapping A lets one rapidly pluck Pikmin sprouts. Yeah, you know, this first session is really just focused on the nitty-gritty of the game, just kind of learning how the game works, how to play it. You know, what are some of the common themes and things you're gonna see as you play. But probably next session, by the time, so next week, when I record the next session of Pikmin 2, I'm hoping by that point things will become a little more, or a little less linear, and you'll have a little more option as to what you can do. So I don't believe there are any other... We can actually switch our camera angles. We can kind of mess with those. Do a top-down if you want to. You can zoom out. Or you can kind of... I like to do this view the most. I think it gives me the best kind of range of what I'm looking at without being too distant from everything else. We have a Duracell battery. Perhaps this object is one of the treasures that we are searching for. The only reason we found it here is because this is where you crash landed. How fortunate. I would like to appraise it, but you must regroup with Olimar first. Can you see him? Press L to move the camera behind you, R to zoom, and Z to change angles. I think I want to say I want to say maybe I could be wrong about this. At least during the Wii days, I want to say the Wii had like some kind of partnership with Duracell battery, because you would need Duracell batteries to power up the Joy-Cons. So I think that was something they had going on. Alright, so these guys can't lift the Duracell battery. It's too large, but we can at least dig it out of the ground a little bit. We'll take Louis. And actually, I want to say Olimar. So he can't take that Bulborb yet, but I want to say there's even like a flower up here somewhere. So we can pick up a couple more Pikmin. You're going to notice for day one, there's no time limit. It gives you plenty of time to just kind of play around with the controls. I don't see a flower up here. Just kind of get acquainted with the game a little bit, which is nice, especially if you're new to the game. All right, so we're gonna throw our Pikmin up on top of this bag, and we don't have enough. We only have 11, so we're gonna switch to Olimar, and he's gonna throw the rest. So again, that's just part of the whole introduction to the game, getting used to working with both captains. Maybe they each have a team, trying to cover more ground and accomplish tasks together. Captain Olimar, Louis, you are reunited at last. This has been a troublesome start to our trip. But now you must feel assured that your combined wits can get you through anything, correct? From now on, use B to form a single group, X to take solo action, and Y to change leaders. I don't expect any of you at home to memorize that. Okay. So we'll go ahead and take this Bulborb. If you double up on the amount of Pikmin carrying the Bulborb, they'll get it a little bit quicker, as you would in real life. If you had a team of people who helped carry a sofa, it's going to be easier than just 2 people carrying a sofa. It only makes sense. I don't remember how many this needed. I think it takes 20, which is fine. We're going to have what we need once these guys get this Bulborb back. So there's really not much we can do here at this point. You know what? I don't really trust Louis. I'm going to have him stick with me here. I've never liked Louis. And I think like even like when I first played Pikmin 2, like when the game started, I didn't really care for this guy because I was like, you know what, this guy hasn't really earned my respect yet. I haven't played a full game with Louis yet. So I was a little skeptical about this guy. But no, I'm all for the, 2 different captains, cover more space kind of thing. But I just think as a character, I haven't established that relationship with Louis yet, so I was a little hesitant to do so. And that just goes like hand in hand with anything that you just like appreciate so much. The first installment of something that you're like, please don't ruin the second installment. Like, I love the first one so much. But I will say this, I absolutely love Pikmin 2. And I want to say it's my favorite in the series. Like, it's either that or the first one, but I'm pretty convinced it's the second one because it made so many great adjustments that I can't ignore those. Like, they did a great job. They fixed a couple of the technical issues with the first game too. There was like they made the Pikmin a little bit smarter in this one, because a lot of times in the first game the Pikmin would just kind of go off astray and then just do things that you didn't tell them to do. If you throw them at something that they can pick up, like a flower, I guess, like if they fight the flower with the pellet inside, they might not necessarily take the pellet back with them. I don't think they actually ever really do. They kind of just come back to you if you're within range, or they just kind of stand there. But in this game, they're a little smarter. Like, they'll figure, okay, well, I just took down this pellet, so I can lift it, so I'll just go ahead and lift it. But just little things like that they don't seem like much. They don't seem like they make a big difference, but they really do. Courage Reactor. So, of course, we get a little name for all these things. You can play with the angles, look around. There you go. And it's valued 280 Pokos, so that's the main objective of the game. As we start off, we have to collect 10,000 Pokos to pay off our debt. Our first day of exploration has yielded our first treasure. We will be done in record time. I took the liberty of naming it when I appraised it. The name reflects my current thinking, in quotation marks. Leave it to me to think up catchy names for hit products. It is but one of my many talents. We shall end our first day here and report back to our president. You would think the ship is the captain, right? By the way he talks to them. Alright, his face will surely be joyous. However, to communicate with Hokate, we must fly into low orbit above the planet. We will not return to the surface until morning, so as to avoid the indigenous nocturnal creatures. Yeah, this ship is kind of he's kind of pushy, I guess. Like he makes the calls, you know, he makes the decisions. Should be Olimar making those decisions, but I don't know what it is about Olimar. He's kind of more soft spoken than everyone else. I don't even think he really talks. I think he's like your silent protagonist, really. Then again, I think Louis is also a silent protagonist. I don't really think they share dialogue. Alright, so every day you get to check and see what treasures you found and what the payout was. They'll also show off, there are 5 types of Pikmin. We only have one type, of course, the red Pikmin. And it'll just show kind of the growth rate. Also, if you hit Z, you can see how many Pikmin have died by all these different methods of death. So, that's just kind of fun to keep track of. I will try not to kill more Pikmin than necessary, but no promises. This is one of those crazy games. Day 1, mail. Alright, you found your first bit of treasure. Fine work. Our future depends on your efforts, so check your treasure hoard regularly. I'll check in often. Keep up the pace. Alright. Again, untimed, I mean, it's very scripted type day 1. When you start a new game, you just got to get through that one. Alright, so we can return to Valley of Repose. Or that's it. That's our only option. So we'll do that. Now you can look. It's kind of cool, these features. I don't know that I'll be checking on these very often, but if you tap the R button or the R trigger or whatever, you'll have a little, you know, menu where you can review the treasures. We'll go back, and then if you press the L, you can do the little Piclopedia, where you can just kind of check out all the different creatures and organisms that you've encountered through the game. This is actually a really fun little feature they added. I really like it because you could throw pick carrots at the creatures. It'll show what they look like when they're eating, but it's pretty fun. You just spam the screen with pick carrots, and yeah, they just go wild. So you can do that for any creature that you've encountered. Very, very neat little feature they added. Alright, without further ado, let's jump right into Day 2, Valley of Repose, which is where we just were in the snowy level. We're going to have a couple more objectives to complete. You're going to notice that there's a time on this day, a time limit, so I'll be kind of in motion here. And not only that, we have some more pellets to pick up, and we're going to essentially try to find our first cave. There's several caves we have to explore within this game to collect all the treasures we need. So good morning, workers, ready for another day of toiling for profit of your company. The Pikmin seem to still be asleep inside their onion. What lazy creatures. No wonder they lack survival skills. Stand beneath the onion and press A to call them out. Okay. So we'll go ahead and grab all that we have. I'm not particularly worried about any kind of Pikmin extinction on Day 2. So we'll take everyone along with us. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of grab some of these pellets. There's a couple you'll notice that aren't fully developed. You can come back and grab those later if you so choose. I thought there was something up here this time, but no. Probably another day, we'll see. Whatever grows up there. I'll go ahead and grab these guys while I'm here. Actually, I should be grabbing Louie here because he'll help me pluck the Pikmin. So we'll just get everyone together. There are a couple more posies. You see we have a big number 5 pellet. So the way it works, and this is pretty much exactly how it works in this first game, is basically if you collect a pellet of the same color as the Pikmin, then you'll not necessarily double, but you'll get extra Pikmin. I can tell you, like, for the 1 pellets, you'll be guaranteed 2 Pikmin. I'm going to actually take a team with me and just check and see if there are any more pellets over on the... Get away, Louie. I don't want you. Hi, Louie. Get away. I still call him. Stop, Louie. Get away. Okay. Yeah, like I can tell you, like, the number 1 pellets will actually give you 2 red Pikmin. If you have red Pikmin carry it to the onion. The 5 ones don't necessarily give you 10. At least not in the first game, they didn't. I want to say they'll give you maybe like 7. Something like that. You get a little bonus. Let those guys handle that. I don't know that I'm going to go down here. I don't think there's anything anyway. I don't see anything anyway from over there, so. Alright, we'll go ahead and just, so that they can speed it along, we'll go ahead and double up. We can't have more than 2, unfortunately. It looks like, you know, we could probably get 4 guys on each one of these pellets, but it'll only max it out at 2 for us, so that's fine. And we do that just so we can get them back quicker. Alright, so I think, yeah, there's actually another pellet posy up here. That was the one that was still growing, but now it's fully grown. So we'll just max out on as many as we can grab. So as you'll notice, as the day counter is kind of going by, we've basically covered a fourth of the day. Now there's going to be a series of caves in the game, and time will not necessarily expire. Actually, it won't expire at all if you're in the cave. So a single day can still last quite a while, especially if you explore more than 1 cave. Sometimes you end up exploring like 1 or 2 caves, and yet it's only like, you know, it's still like morning or maybe lunchtime. So you still got plenty to do, you know, in the time that you have left. Alright, so this one, we actually couldn't open on day 1 because we didn't have access to 35 Pikmin, but now we do. Alright, so we went ahead and met that requirement. We'll go ahead and attack the Bulborb. And you'll have to bear with me. I'm still kind of getting used to the controls again. It's been a little while since I played the first game. And aiming is a little weird. I know that like some people will play this on the Wii because they did report it to the Wii. Oh, you know what? Let's have these guys just focus on this wall for a second. But I've never really been a big fan of the motion controls, especially from the Wii days. That's like a big reason why I just... Oh, look at this guy. He's being all lazy. Get over here. But yeah, that's like a big reason why I didn't... why I wasn't into the Wii port of the game, because I just don't really care for the Wiimote, like the motion control kind of action. But to each their own, I guess. You know, some people have their preferences. They might want to use that controller, and that's perfectly fine. Me personally, I'd rather use the joystick and GameCube controller. Alright, so we're going to have to take this dude down. We don't necessarily have to take him down, but I want to. And we have time. There's not like too much you can do in this first day anyway, so you might as well grab everything if you can. How could Pikmin destroy such a massive wall? When masked, their might is ferocious. Louis, did Olimar instruct you on proper Pikmin commanding protocol? Apparently not. Olimar, you are failing in your duty as a superior. Allow me to explain. See, at that point, I would like shut down this thing's communication unit. You'd be like, you know what? You shut up. I got this. All right, press A to grab Pikmin and release to throw them. Call them into a group with B. Okay, I think he's already kind of explained a lot of this stuff. He's just kind of going over it again. And for Louis, I think Louis is supposed to be like for that player that's never played the game before. All right. So you have another chance to kind of just repeat everything that you learned from the first game. All right, this guy, we're just gonna throw Pikmin at it as fast as we can. Hopefully not lose anyone. So you'll notice that he took a bite out of a Pikmin. Oh, I guess we did lose 2 Pikmin. My bad. Sometimes you can save them quick enough to where they won't actually die, so... My bad. We lost 2. That's alright. I guess it was bound to happen at some point. Alright, so we gotta come back for that treasure, too. I'll just leave Olimar there. These guys are maxed out, so there's really nothing else we can do besides wait. I don't know that they changed the main target on the bulb orbs for this game. I've always just traditionally like tried to get them from behind because I feel like they're weaker there, but I don't know. You know what? That's gonna be enough for now because we should have enough to carry the treasure back at this point. We're gonna have to come back anyway, so might as well do that. We could have had up to 70 Pikmin, but that was my fault. Alright, I think it's actually maxed out at 45. Let's have Louis head back. Pluck some of those other Pikmin by the onion. And we'll just have him wait to collect everyone. I don't think there's anything else up here. I thought there was, but it's probably not till day like 3 or whatever. Although I don't think we'll be coming back here for day 3. Meanwhile, Olimar will go ahead and just kind of wait over by the next spot we got to go to. I don't think there's anything else here. There's a little cutscene we'll see right here. Interesting. Warm air is welling up from the hole in the ground before you. Sorry, I read that terribly. All right. What could lie underground? What is wrong? You both show expressions of unease. Louie's not here with me. Do not fear. The leader's group of Pikmin will join you. I shall dispatch my research pod too. Approach the hole and press A to jump in. Well, we're not going to do that just yet. We're going to wait for Louie. Now, as you can see, we have some water. That's basically a dead end for us because the Pikmin cannot swim. Meanwhile, back at the base, we've recovered our first treasure, or our second treasure, excuse me, utter scrap. Our first treasure for today. Okay, we have everything we need. 55 here, 13 over there. That adds to 68, so we're good. What's up, Turk Dude? Turktopia. Pikmin, so old school. Haha. Ha ha ha. Nice. Euro hype, Euro hype. Cool, cool. Yeah, Pikmin, man. They're the best. They are the best. Did you play all the Pikmin games? For Turktopia. Pikmin. Have you played all 3, or what's your experience? Enter the hole with your Pikmin. We're going to go ahead and enter this hole. It's the Emergence Cave. It's our first cave of the game. Only the first 3. Okay. I think there are only 3 games. I think they're supposed to release a 4th one. Oh, only the first 2? Okay. So you know this game then. Yeah, actually, I'm still kind of new to the 3rd game. I've played it. I've gotten maybe like halfway through it. It's fun. The pacing is like super different. Visually, it looks beautiful. Like, especially if you play the Switch port of it. But I actually haven't played the Switch portion. I played the Wii U. Intriguing. My heat sensors indicate that this hole's interior is warmer than on the surface. Analysis suggests subterranean areas may support different life forms than the surface. If you wish to check underground terrain, press start to communicate with me. Okay. I am not just a ship. I am an all-purpose support pod. The 3rd just came out. Yeah, it's still relatively. I guess it's still relatively new. I know that the Switch version came out not long ago. But yeah, I definitely recommend it. It's one of those that, by the way, you'll notice that under the caves there's no time limit. I think I mentioned that before, so there's really no particular rush. What's up, Billy Mev? Let's go, Frogman. Hope you're good, man. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you stopping by this morning. Just eating food, but we'll come watch after if you're still streaming. Yeah, I'll probably be here for at least another 2 hours. So we'll see. Yeah, the third one is different. I like it, and I do plan on streaming it at some point, but I'm not going to rush right away. I'd still like to actually complete it on my own time first, just so I'm not completely lost, because that game can be kind of easy to get lost in, and yeah. But it's fun. I recommend it, for sure. The pacing's really different. Like, it's almost like the days just like go by super fast. And it's a little bit more multitasking involved because you have 3 captains instead of 2. So it can be kind of overwhelming. And the combat's also a little different to get used to. I mean, it's still the same premise, for sure. But it's different. It definitely takes like a little bit of adjustment to it. It's funny because like I'll see myself playing and I just don't get like the first time I played, well, I'm still playing it the first time if you want to be technical, but I just like noticed that I just don't really, I'm not really as productive as I should be, because I watch someone else who's experienced do a stream like a let's play or a playthrough of the game, and they just get a lot more done. And so but you know the game's kind of generous with you. It gives you as much time as you can buy for yourself. So. This hole appears to be quite deep. My sensors indicate more treacherous terrain ahead. Louis, you do recall that you can adjust the camera with LRZ, correct? Okay, just kind of reminding you of the controls. Your expression suggests you do. Excellent. Then approach the hole and press A to enter it. Hold your horses. I gotta collect things here. Now, I don't really have to collect the beasts. They are not going to be worth as much. I think he's going to mention that in just a moment. Or maybe he already did and I wasn't listening, but... oh yeah, here it goes. How can you possibly consider this beast a treasure? Beasts are incompatible with my circuitry. I suppose I will store your finds in my hold. Yeah, because he can't produce Pikmin. He's not an onion, but... I do not think beasts will be worth much. It'd be nice to have, like, the option to, like, you know, shove all the beasts from his hole, or his haul. That sounds wrong. But anyway, and just to directly put them into the onion. That would be cool. So you can kind of get Pikmin out of that process, but no. Alright, citrus lump. I'm not super familiar with differentiating between the different types of oranges. It does look a little different, but anyway. And I don't know if you heard that little noise, but it'll become more relevant later when you get like it's what essentially it's doing is it's telling you there are no more treasures on this sub level. You can also tell because the Pikmin will start singing. Just in case you didn't quite catch that little audio cue, but it'll become more relevant when you get the little treasure detector meter, because you'll kind of see the needle just kind of collapse at the same time that like audio cue comes in. So as you can see, we're already on the final floor. There's only 2 floors, very small cave. Again, it's all just kind of for the purpose of getting you acquainted with the game and what's to expect with these little caves. Sometimes the little creatures, I was kind of touching up on this earlier, but I don't really know that I'll mess with these guys, at least not anytime soon. But yeah, sometimes the creatures will take a bite out of the Pikmin and you think the Pikmin's dead, but if you kill them just quickly enough, you can actually save the Pikmin before they're swallowed. It's inconceivable that such an immense object has been buried here for so long. The design on the outer shell resembles the surface of the planet as seen from space. Perhaps this can be used for something other than salvage. I'll try to save as many Pikmin as I can, Turk. Oh, by the way, since I have you here, how's the audio? Do I need to turn it up a little bit, or it's pretty good? For the game, I mean. But how will we ever lift it? I fear that even 100 red Pikmin will be unable to lift it. So yeah, as you can see, we're going to need 101 Pikmin, and there's a limit to 100, so we got to figure something else out. Game is slightly low, a little bit low. I appreciate that. Let me turn it up a little. We'll see if that helps. I know that this is kind of like a room that maybe doesn't have a lot of audio, so it's kind of hard to tell. Another strategy to fighting these little dudes is just kind of running them in. Or, sorry, just like full-on swarming these guys, which might not be a good idea here. There's a couple of them here, but you can nail the landing right on the back, they'll die right away. Just like the first game. Guys, you know, it's fine, whatever. We're good. I could let Louis stay at the base, but I'm gonna have to go back anyway. Astounding! A flower blooms in a cave deep beneath the snowy landscape. I was gonna say ground. Clearly it is warmer down here than above. Look, the Pikmin are restless. They look as if they yearn to be tossed into the flower. Who would make that call? Oh, these Pikmin look like they really want to get thrown in that flower. Did you ask the Pikmin if they want to get thrown in the flower? It could be really agonizing for them. Then again, these guys are going to come out super strong. We got purple Pikmin now. Brand new type of Pikmin to the series, at least at this point. Amazing, a purple Pikmin. It has hair, and it's quite stocky. It seems very heavy and strong. This kind of Pikmin was not mentioned in your report, Olimar. It must be an entirely new type. Yes. You don't need 101 anymore. Yep, exactly. Because these guys are super strong. By the way, I don't know if you can tell the audio is a little better. Transforming Pikmin by tossing them into flower. Intriguing. Perhaps there are others. I know that this is probably a quieter area, so it's hard to do that. Make that call. I don't know that there's anything else here except unless I'm thinking of another cave. There might be something buried. I think it's in another cave though. Does sound a bit louder, but not too loud though, right? What do you recommend? I trust your judgment. I guess we can kind of see how things sound once we're back on the surface. Okay. We'll work with that for now, and not too loud. Okay. I guess the important thing is that you could still hear me over the game. I could go mic-less and I'll just go away. No, I'm kidding. I think we can actually probably even just pull this off now. With what we got. Purple Pikmin. Yep, we got it. I don't really know why I was stalling there. But yeah, as far as these enemies go, I don't think I'm going to be collecting all of them. I think I'll collect the ones that aren't too much trouble, but if they're just in the way, or maybe if you've played the game, you know that this game can be quite stressful. Let me help these guys out, get there a little bit quicker. Yeah, then you'll know that that's something that we can easily skip through, especially since they're not worth very much money. We don't have to focus so much on the beasts. But if they're on the way, I'll grab them. Every little bit helps. No, your commentary is great. Oh, thank you. I try. It's Sunday morning. I'm still waking up. Spherical Atlas. There is a device resembling a microchip embedded inside this sphere. Retrieving data. Error. I could only decode a portion of the data, but I did retrieve new geographic charts. I will input this data into my planetary database and name it the Sphere chart. Press start, blah, 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 access the Explorer kit and the radar, blah, blah, blah. Now that we have this new data, you should explore the decoded territory tomorrow. So basically he's just referring to the second stage. I actually did hear the noise, and the Pikmin are singing, so I was thinking of a different cave. But anywho, we've collected everything we need here. We have all 68 of our Pikmin with us, so we're ready to get out of here. Final floor, let's find the exit. Which I believe we just saw not long ago, up here, and a little bit towards the left. There it is. Alright. I don't think there's really anything else to grab. Not at this point, anyway. Astounding! Water is shooting out of this geyser with incredible force. Sensors indicate it has enough power to launch you into the air. Approach it and press A to try. Or just shoot us directly into, like, the ceiling there, the ceiling area there, and Olimar dies a horrible body injury. Alright. I kid. Fortunately, he made it out of that cave. Alright. So there's our treasures. The money we collected. Cave complete. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Alright. So we'll go ahead and save the game. We've recovered all 3 treasures in this massive cave. And we're going to return back to Valley of Repose. There's nothing else we can really accomplish here. I think we collected all the flowers, or the pellet posies, or whatever. We have yet another cutscene. Yeah, there's plenty of cutscenes in Pikmin 2, at least at the beginning of the game. You have successfully returned to the planet's surface. Excellent decision-making, gentlemen. We must celebrate your first successful spelunking expedition. You've gathered a large amount of data that needs in-depth analysis. I shall send a report back to the President tonight detailing your progress. And yet, another cutscene. Olimar and Louis, since you will explore a new area tomorrow, today's work is done. What? You still want to work? Unacceptable. You may not realize it, but you are exhausted. You should take a much-needed rest, as you have all the time you need to collect treasure. Haste makes waste, so take it slow and steady. Jeez, he doesn't tell us that when we're like midway through a 15-level cave or whatever. It's like, you guys have done enough work today. That's like the first and only time he's going to tell us that. Oh, but there's no rush. There's no rush. Oh, I kind of skipped over that, but there was really nothing much to see. You just kind of see the nocturnal creatures kind of coming out. Today's report. Again, we see the funds. Sometimes you'll see all the funds if you visit more than one cave, but we only visited one. And that'll show our change in Pikmin. I believe we did lose 2 earlier on that very first Bulborb. Yeah, he gobbled up those guys quickly. I honestly thought I'd have time to save them, but unfortunately not. Whatever. I would like to try to... It's going to be way easier said than done, but I'd like to try not to lose very many Pikmin in Explosion. But, as you know, easier said than done. Alright, baby steps first, Olimar. Plan well, and don't worry about me. Our debt is with happy Hocatate savings and loan after all. Besides, there's nothing left to repossess. So, ha! Yeah, that'll show them. Alright. Again, another scripted day out of the way. We're going to go to day 3. Still somewhat scripted here at this point, because we're going to find that there's going to be a cave that we can access. It's going to be basically the only cave we can access. So, That's how it is with this game. You get through the first couple caves in a linear form, and then you have a little more option as you go. I'm not really gonna. I don't know if I really saw any cool enemies to throw carrots at, other than just the white ones, which are essentially the same thing as the red ones. They're just the snowy ones. They eat a little bit quicker, I guess you could say. But anyway, we'll go ahead. We'll head on out. You could read all of those descriptions, by the way, and I will just add, I don't want to do that because that'll take a lot of time, but the Piklopedia is great. It's so informative, and you could tell whoever was behind it, or all the people who were behind the Piklopedia, really put a lot of love into the game, because they get really descriptive, and they even use science names and terms and things like that. So if you're a big science person, definitely interesting to read through that stuff. All right, we'll head on over to Awakening Wood as we were instructed. It's a new level, new area, day 3. I wonder if we'll get treated to a cutscene. I'm sure we will. All right. Good morning. It should please you to know the purple Pikmin are lodged safely in my hole. The confines of my interior seem to suit them perfectly, though they do occasionally tickle me. Stand in the right of light below and press... in the ring of light, excuse me, and press A to call the purple Pikmin out. Okay. So basically the ship is going to be like your onion for the purple, and we will see the white Pikmin too. I don't know if I want to take all of these guys, because the more you take with you, the more you endanger them. I know that this game, especially if I'm going to 100% the game, does require you to get 100 purple Pikmin, so unfortunately I might be a little conservative using them. I'll take them with me. Well, I don't know how many. I'll take 5 of them with me, but I'm not super crazy about using them. They're awesome, and they're great for combat. And maybe if I do pretty well on saving them up, then I'll utilize them a little bit more later in the game. But I'm going to be a little more conservative. Sorry if that bothers anyone, but I don't want to lose more purple Pikmin than I have to, because they're a little harder to come by. Louis, has Olimar instructed you on the peculiarities of the Pikmin creatures? The Pikmin form groups based on color when disbanded with X. Grabbing Pikmin with A will also cause them to group by color. Now for the bonus lesson, after grabbing a Pikmin with A, you can press left or right on the D-pad to swap it for another color. Yeah, that's going to be very useful in this game, because sometimes you got to do a quick change on the type of Pikmin that you're holding. This is the first time you have heard this. Olimar, remember to properly train new employees. Again, the ship is just bossing us around. I don't care much for it. Another thing you're going to notice as we play through this stage is it's going to resemble very much the Forest of Hope. I think the Forest of Hope is the second stage in the first Pikmin game. And yeah, it's going to look very similar. I'll try to point out a couple of the things as we come across them. And I think that really just has to do with the quick evolution of the planet. Like, everything just shifts so quickly. I'll go ahead and... I can tell you where we are right now. If you... Let's see. This is pretty much where you are. I want to say this is... Unless I'm getting mixed up here. Let me actually take a quick look at the map, because I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. So, like, you see where that blue Pikmin onion is? We have some Pikmin on the field right now. We can't access them yet. We'll have to access the blue ones later. But where that blue Pikmin is essentially where the big spider dude is in the first game. And like I don't know if you remember the game well, but they have like the canopy ship part for the SS Dolphin is up there in that little crevice or whatever. I don't know what you call it. So essentially, we are just inside where. Okay, I'm sorry. We're just outside of where like the onions would be in the second level. So we're basically where like the water is over here. This is like where the pool of water is. So we're not too far from where we initially crash landed in the second game, or we're not where we crash landed, but where we ended up. There's a couple neat little things like that geographically that we're looking at with this game, and I'll try to point out some of the more obvious ones too, but oh, well, I guess we'll take these guys out. We're gonna have to do that anyway. Let them take their two guys. I'm not too worried about time because they give us plenty, especially starting off. So I'm not really doing like a speed run anyway. Just kind of taking my time with it. I don't know if I lost a Pikmin there. I think I saved him just in time. Oh wow, I think he actually grabbed one of the purples too. Okay, you know what? I could use the purples here for this dude, but I'm gonna be kind of a baby. Sorry. Baby's probably not the right word. I'm gonna be a coward here. All right, let's get directly behind this guy. See if I can do this again without actually killing two Pikmin like I did last time. Nope, didn't work. He's gonna get a couple of them out there. Might have saved that second group. That's alright. I think they might have changed it up a little bit and made them harder to take down in this game. I know in the first one, they're a lot easier to take down by just throwing them on the back. They might have a different weak spot in this game, or at least a second weak spot that might be more effective. Might be their eyes. But I don't know that I have the courage to attack this guy directly head on in his face. If we go over here, we can start collecting some of these berries. It's better to get them while you can, because there's going to be some creatures coming out. They're going to try to gobble them up. Sunseed berry. And right off the bat, we've already recovered 10% of the debt. So, doing pretty well. Alright, we'll let these guys deal with that stuff. We'll have Allmark grab everyone else. And yet another discovery. Olimar, we have a problem. The onion has ceased ejecting seeds. Is it malfunctioning? Interesting. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with the text or read as it goes, but I'm probably just jumping in too soon. Interesting. It now seems the number of life forms within the onion has increased. Didn't you note that no more than 100 Pikmin will venture onto the planet at once? But I currently observe only 95 on the surface. Could there be wild Pikmin somewhere? And as I mentioned earlier, yeah, they're referring to the blue Pikmin, which we can't access yet, but that's all good. Alright, so we'll go ahead and collect these Pikmin here, and we'll go help them out with the berries. Oh no, they got this under control. See, look. We're all set. I think they got them all too. There's some more growing already. We'll just go ahead and have them mess with that. Might as well. Meanwhile, I'll have, you know what? We have some more growing. It's not necessary to collect, like, berries frequently, but they're going to be quite useful. And we'll see why in just a minute. Astounding! This red berry contains an ultra spicy essence. It does not appear to have any monetary value, but I shall research potential uses for it. Bring me another sample, or specimen, excuse me. I knew he was going to say something like that. Alright, so we'll have these guys go ahead and start working on that. Any other Pikmin that I can grab, we'll go ahead and leave a couple here. Okay. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Don't scatter them out too much like I do, because that's how you leave Pikmin behind. Also, there was a little wisp there coming out, so I'll see if I can get that guy. Captain Olimar, my research on the red berries you discovered has yielded a powerful potion. Behold, the Ultra Spicy Spray. Although it is untested, I believe it will have spectacular results. Spray it on all your Pikmin by pressing down on the D-pad. When necessary, I can produce 1 bottle of spray from 10 berries. Press start to contact and confirm your berry count. Look at L on the radar screen. Okay, or use the L button. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's grab a couple of these guys while they're working on the... Oh no, Wisp disappeared. Anyway, if you can shoot down the Wisp, he'll drop honey or nectar. Oh wait, there's another one. Here we go. See if we can get him. There you go. Drops nectar. Let's see if we can not eat the nectar yet. I'd like to try to get as many Pikmin as possible to eat it. I think with this game, it's a little more generous as to how many Pikmin can benefit from nectar. Because in the first game, there's definitely like a limit. In this one, you could almost get as many of them to take the nectar as you can pile on. So let me go ahead and just do that real quick. Let's try this one here. Just as many as you can, swarm it. And you'll see the benefit of that in just a second here. Pikmin that drank the yellow nectar instantly matured into flower Pikmin. It appears to have enhanced motor skills. What a wondrous nectar. Yeah, it's going to make them faster, it's going to make them stronger. How intriguing. Like plants, Pikmin mature from leaf to bud to flower. Captain Olimar, you must share the information you have with your subordinate, Louis. Again. Just won't leave us alone. Alright, let's go ahead and swarm this one if we can, as much as we can. Probably won't get everyone involved on that, but we got quite a few of these guys with flowers, including some of the purples. You'll notice their flowers are pink instead of white. I don't think there's anything else here. Nope, we're good. We should have everyone, unless I threw someone. I don't know. As you can see, more of these berries are growing. I'm not going to mess with it. I got 2 potions. That's more than enough for now. Have these guys finish taking down this wall. Not really much else we can do at this point. Hope everyone's having a nice day. Thanks for joining me today on this stream. Oh snap, he got a purple one. I was like, what are the chances he would get the purple one? Okay, but we actually did save him. We killed him quick enough to avoid a disaster there. Alright, I'll just... You know what? I'm going to have one of these captains go back to base to help retrieve everyone. Olimar, just stay there. I have Louis. Louis got to learn anyway. He's got to get some experience here on the field, so... if you look over here, you can tell... Oh, there's a bag. We need 200 Pikmin. So, yeah, we're going to have to get a couple more purples here. Alright, and then there's another area we can access here. This is the area I was talking about where, like, if you I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. Like, they have, like, the Nova Blasters down that way to the right. This is, like, the area. Okay, by the way, there's an enemy here, I think. Let's see what this is. Yeah, there he is. Yeah. Okay, I didn't think he was going to go all out on them there, but he didn't really... He's not very, like, competent of an enemy. Fortunately for us. He looks a lot more intimidating than he actually is. But a lot of times when he'll try to take a jab at your Pikmin, he'll just kind of topple over and embarrass himself. This is like where the giant screw would be in the first game. And it's kind of cool because, like, if you remember in the Force of Hope in the second game, they have, like, the Snagrets, and they actually have a cave for the Snagret hole near that area, so it's all just, like, it's very intentional what they're doing. Biological sensors are reacting violently. The readings are ominous. A beast of unknown power lurks in these depths. A large Pikmin would be reassuring. I may have misread that, sorry. My sound sensors are picking up hostile roars of many beasts. Expect dangerous encounters. Sensors are also showing extreme heat pockets. You may need flame-resistant Pikmin. But my records indicate no such data. Are my records incomplete? Oh yeah. You have no idea. Alright. We can look over here, but you'll see there's a wall with poison. Which you might learn the hard way if it's your first time playing, because you'll just kind of figure, okay, well, let's throw these guys in there, see what happens. But we cannot deal with that obstacle right now. Alright, we'll go ahead and collect everyone and head on over into that cave. Again, I could grab these berries, but I'm good for now. We'll just go ahead and proceed. Don't want to take up all the day. You can always double check your map just to see if you left anyone behind. I think the bell just rang that it's going to be evening time here in the day. Yep, I seem to have everyone with me. So we'll go ahead and call everyone here. As long as it says all of your squad is entering, then you're good. I might be endangering the lives of those purple Pikmin at this point, but what are you gonna do? Alright, the game has been saved. So that's kind of convenient that the game saves between every sub-level, because it would suck to have to replay the whole cave. At least then if something happens, if the game crashes or whatever, then you can just resume on the last floor. Now, having said that, I could tell you that every one of these floors does randomly generate. So if you have to replay a floor, you might not necessarily get the same exact arrangement as the last time. And it's usually not a good idea to just like take everyone with you right off the bat, but we're early enough in the game to where I'm not particularly worried. As long as we keep everyone together, we're pretty strong a force. Definitely prioritizing taking out the purple dudes, like this dude right here, because they're a little more aggressive. And actually, the white ones, if my memory suits me correctly, won't even kill your Pikmin. But the purple ones will. Oh, no, you're good, Turk. I understand. Yeah, oh yeah, priorities, definitely. Priorities. I understand that. No explanation needed on that one. You say the W word and immediately I understand. But yeah, like, just be careful for the purple sheer grubs or whatever. I really like a lot of the themes that they come up with in these underground sections. Some of them are really cool. I was being a bit lazy still in bed. No, I understand. That was me yesterday. Hey, you know, any opportunity you can get to rest, I'm all for it. Take it. Take that opportunity. we got a D-pad for a controller. I'm not sure exactly what controller that is. I'm guessing it's the Nintendo. I could be wrong. Alright, so we have all our Pikmin with us, and we've collected all the treasures. Nothing really else to see here. We'll go ahead and advance to the next sub-level. We had Drinky Friday, so I messed up my sleep cycle. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Drink Fridays. Well, they're good. They're healthy. as long as you do it responsibly. Yeah, that's sleep cycle. I know what you mean. I think we can actually get a couple of these guys with some nectar. I don't know if we'll get all of them. We're a little spaced out, so it wasn't like a great distribution of nectar, but if you go to these little like dead-end sections, I don't know what you call them, crevices? I don't know. But if you go there, sometimes little like eggs will fall or things will appear. Not necessarily always good things, but things that'll help you sometimes. Besides taking up, they're very responsible. Yeah. Yeah, no. I know how it goes. You know how it goes. So now we have more purple flowers. We definitely want to take advantage of that because we don't get a whole lot of these, and we're gonna need at least 100 purples to pick up a treasure that we'll see later on in the game. So we definitely want to do that. I told my viewers to make sure to drop by here soon. Oh wow, that's nice to see. Aw, that's sweet of you, man. I appreciate it. So hoping some will pop up. Aw, thank you. And even if they don't, it's all good. But I appreciate the support. I really do. We'll go ahead and I think you can collect up to 5 for every one of these candy pop bud thingies or whatever they're called. So now we actually brought a couple more purple Pikmin with us, or we have more purple Pikmin with us. So again, I might be a little more conservative with these guys. They're great, especially for certain enemies. I wish that the game would have. I wish the game would have made it so that the purple Pikmin had their own onions, so you can make as many, but I get the reasoning behind it. They are 10 times more powerful than your standard Pikmin, so they're basically overpowered reds, except you know they're not flame resistant or fireproof or whatever. But yeah, it'd be nice to be able to use them a little more liberally in combat. And some people do. And if you're one of those players, like, you know, hey, more power to you, literally. It's definitely fun to play with the purple Pikmin because of their brute strength. But if I'm trying to collect 100, I gotta be a little more conservative at first, unfortunately. My wife wants to see Pikmin 3. She wants us to play it together. Oh, yeah, that would be fun. Definitely check it out. I haven't completed it, but from what I've played so far, I really do enjoy it. So, yeah, she wants to play it together. I don't know if you can play the main game together. Maybe you can. But I know that there's definitely like a 2-player mode. There's got to be. I want to say I've played the 2-player mode years back, and it's challenging, but it might be easier with someone else. But I honestly couldn't speak too much of what Pikmin 3 offers in terms of multiplayer. Hi, is it? I was trying to pronounce your name correctly. It looks like $3. So tell me if I got that wrong. But anyway, thanks for stopping by. Hi, how are you? Thank you. Thank you for stopping in. We're playing some Pikmin 2 today. We're at the second cave, sub-level 3. Yes, that's it. $3. Yeah, that's it. All right, cool. Representing Turktopia. Yeah, Turk dude, or yeah, or he goes by Turk, or you know, he's always giving great hype to the Turktopia. I don't know what you'd call that specifically. That's what he does. But anyway, yeah, check out his channel. Maybe drop him a follow. He's got some great stuff. Strife Monolith. Gas me up. Hey Turk, are you planning to stream today? Ah, Pikmin, I haven't played this game in forever. I love it. Okay, so yeah, okay, yeah, I kind of figured looking at those comments, yeah. $3 representing Turktopia. Y'all coming by. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Okay, yeah, they already know. Some AC Valhalla. I'll be honest, I'm not really sure. I should know what that means. I've heard it before. I think we collected everything. Are they singing? Yeah, they're singing. Okay, Assassin's Creed. Oh, are you going to be streaming Assassin's Creed today? Or you were making a reference to Assassin's Creed? So we collected everything here. Okay, perfect. Well, guys, hey, you know, stop by, check out Turk Dude. He's going to be streaming some Assassin's Creed later. I'll try to stop by too. Even if just to say hello. I have after I stream today, I kind of have a weekly stream with my family, or like a Skype call. So we'll do that, and then sometimes I'll play a little bit of games with my brother. All love is appreciated, love. Yes, sir. Thanks for the hype. We're gonna need it, especially as we get further along in this game. I only need to say 2 words to just kind of send shivers down everyone's spine. Anyone who knows this game. And that's Sunken Castle. I'm not looking forward to that one. Or, excuse me, Submerged Castle, if you want to be completely 100% accurate there. Not Sunken Castle. It could be sunken, I don't know. Alright, let's see, what can we do here? Alright, you know, just because, you know, there's a couple viewers here, we won't be conservative this time. Let's use the purple Pikmin and see the difference that it makes taking this guy down. I hope this is not a big mistake. Worst case scenario, I can always hit the reset button if things go horribly, horribly wrong. But anyway, just to kind of demonstrate the power of these dudes. There you go. They're fun. They're fun. But yeah, you got to be careful with them because you only get them by finding those flowers. The castle is a nope for me, yeah. Thing's terrifying, man. Yeah, so I mean, I like the purples. They're great. But anyway, enough about the purples. Oh wait, let's see. Need another one or so. Nice, thank you, thank you. All right, let's see what else we can find. Now, Louie, I'm gonna trust you with these purples. I know they look tasty, but you're gonna have to keep them safe for me. Let's see. Oh, I called them back too soon. All right, like a second too early. Oh yeah, and that's the other thing too I forget is that they'll actually come back running up to you if you're within the vicinity. Dream Architect. Cool. There's a Mr. Game & Watch. Okay. Wait, I lost my sense of direction. There we go. The Pikmin are the cutest side parts. Yeah. Yeah, they're adorable. I want one. Which Pikmin do you think is the cutest of all of them? Because the red one's got the nose, the yellow one's got the ears, blue one's got the gills, purple one's got like a little bit of hair, you know. Oh, side pets, I'm sorry. And oh, the yellow with the ears? For sure? Okay. The white ones are kind of cute in their own creepy kind of way, but I don't think they're my favorite. I think I would have to agree with you on the yellows, either them or maybe the purples. Purples are pretty cute. Yeah, the yellows are the lightest ones, weight wise. Not necessarily not insinuating that the lighter Pikmin are the cuter ones, but just kind of sharing that thought. They probably have, I'm sure they have like little stuffed animals for the Pikmin and everything. You probably even find them like on Amazon or something. If you're into that sort of thing. I think we collected everything. The Pikmin are singing. We're good to go. I don't know how much you can hear the music in these early caves. I know there are caves later on down the road that their music is a little more prominent. But this one, I think it's still pretty quiet. Hole of Beast, final level. Look at this thing. I actually never noticed that we're standing over this until I just saw it right now. It's like a little imprint of the boss that we're about to fight. That's kind of cool. I never noticed that. Absolutely no shame in collectibles. I'm with you there. I think everyone should own a Pikmin plush. Or some kind of figurine. Alright, this is a big boss here. I kind of remember how to fight them, but okay, actually, if you want to see what they look like, you can come over here to this side, because this one's kind of wrapped around like in a coil. I think touching it won't do anything. You gotta piss it off by throwing a Pikmin into its behind right here. There you go. Well, I suppose anatomically it wouldn't necessarily be the behind, but I can't really speak for the Piclopedia on this one. Either way, I'll probably spare the purples from this battle because things could go horribly wrong. Even though the purples are quite useful. A couple of these guys want to tag along. We'll have Olimar deal with this boss fight. Let's just make sure we get these guys a little bit more out of view, just in case. I think they'll be fine, but I ain't taking any chances. The Funko Pop, yeah, I would buy Pikmin Pop, yeah. Those Funkos are cute. Like, I kind of want one, but I can never decide which one I want. And I'm like, well, if I buy one, I might just end up buying several, and then I'm gonna have that buyer's remorse and be like, why did I do that? Okay, I might not even need all these Pikmin. You know what? I'm gonna just take like 30. I'm trying to be a little smart here. Let me just take like a certain amount. I can always go back and collect more. Alright, we're good. Well, we'll take you two. But you guys are standing awkwardly. Okay, I guess, well, yeah, well, whatever. The more the merrier. We'll be good with this. So many Pikmin. Yeah. Hopefully I don't send too many of these guys to their horrible death. Alright, let's get going. So we're gonna have to attack this dude. You might be able to attack him from the face, but that's just too risky. I'm just gonna attack from behind. Let's piss him off. Or piss her off. Okay, let's call these guys back as quickly as we can. And I think we lost one off the bat. But at least they're going down fighting. Yeah. Oh well. We lost two. That's alright. So we're going to have to attack and call them back, but not too late. Because otherwise she'll basically fling them into the line of crushing them. So right off the bat, we've done about a quarter damage. But yeah, you definitely don't want to hesitate on calling them. See, but that, I mean, you know, you can chip away at it a little bit quicker. I'm sure there's other methods to take this boss down a lot faster. But you know, if I can spare as many Pikmin as possible, this is the way I'm gonna do it. Call him back. Let her do her cycle. We've taken out about 2/3 of her health already, so we're doing pretty good. We're in good shape. Only lost 2. A little bit of carelessness on my part, but not too bad. Let's call him back before it's too late. Maybe one hit will do it. We'll see. Imagine watching this from Louis' point of view. Okay, we just barely got it. But we only lost 2 Pikmin, so I think, yeah, hashtag save the Pikmin. Yeah, we'll try to save as many as we possibly can. How bizarre, this device is emitting black light. It must have been ingested by that creature. It's a love tester. What an absolutely repulsive life form. That's kind of mean. Our return to Hulkatate cannot come soon enough. Alright. So we'll go ahead and grab spoils of our hard work. We don't have enough, but that's fine. Good thing we left these guys over here. Hell, we'll just grab everyone. Why not? I'll go ahead and collect all we can there. We'll bring the purple ones, help us finish the job, carrying everything back to safety. Yeah, that's cool. So yeah, that's the first big boss of the game. First time, I assure you, I did not lose that few Pikmin. Probably lost like half of my Pikmin, at least, maybe more. Prototype detector. In fact, I almost want to say the first time I played this game that I didn't have enough Pikmin to bring the treasure back with me, so I had to go back into the cave and retrieve it. Congrats, thank you, sir, and great job. I appreciate it. This contraption seems to react when it approaches treasure. It will connect to my radar. So this is the treasure detector thing that I mentioned earlier. You kind of hear the sound for it whenever there are no more treasures. but it'll make more sense when you can actually see it. The treasure gauge is now fully operational. It will now appear on your monitor. The needle will move right as you approach treasure. Okay, cool. So we've done it, guys. Second cave out of the way. Alright, your friendly neighborhood Turk is about to go eat. Alright, well, you enjoy your meal. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the support. You need to set up your Nightbot. Yes. I was actually just looking at that yesterday. I will look more into that. That would be very useful. I especially like the feature it does with the shout-outs, because I'd like to throw out shout-outs to anyone who streams. And so you can go lurk. Nice. Well, thank you so much, and you know, I appreciate you telling your peeps too. Thank you so much. Hope you have a good day if I don't see you. I'll try to tune in on your stream whenever you stream. Alright, so again, we see all the treasures we've collected, and we'll go ahead and save the game. And I think we still have a little bit of time left in the day where we might be able to even enter the next cave. If not, we'll have to return for day 4. It does have some cool features. Hopefully I will see you, yes. I will unless I'm on like a family call or something, I will try to at least, you know, poke my head in. Hopefully I could stay a little longer. But definitely, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Turk. Yeah, the Nightbot definitely would be a great tool to have. So I will look into that for sure. So let's see. I'm gonna actually I guess I can collect these pellets. I have a little bit of time left. I'm gonna take. How many purples do I have? These guys respawned? I already killed these guys. Okay. It's super easy to set up. Okay. Yeah, I was looking through it. I Google searched it last night actually, and I know it was like on a separate website. It was all very intimidating for me at like 2 in the morning. But maybe today I'll have, you know, with fresh eyes and everything, I'll take a look at maybe getting it set up. How many purples do I need? I have all the purples with me. Let me have Louie just wait there for a second. Let's take Olimar over and just check that. I think we have enough actually, because it said 200 Pikmin, and I think with 20, and they all have the strength of 10 Pikmin, we got it. Mathematically, that makes sense to me. Alright, so we got all the purples we need to open that. I'm gonna take 5. I'll leave them here. I don't really know why I'm taking them, to be honest with you. I guess it's just for the novelty of having the purples with me, in case maybe I want to use them for combat. Wait. How many did I leave there? I count 14 with me. Okay, that's not good. Did I send out 6 instead of 5? Okay. You guys stay here. Actually, Olimar, you better stay with them. Okay, this was dumb. I should have planned that out a little bit better. Let's grab these guys. See if I can grab the purple guy. Over here. I might not necessarily need to have all the Pikmin there right by the cave to enter it. Never hurts to have support with you. I'm with you there. Absolutely, the more the merrier. Especially with the purples, right? They're going to be good supportive forces. Olimar Louie, the sun will be setting soon. Call all of your Pikmin to you. This planet's native nocturnal life forms are ferocious and therefore dangerous. Load your Pikmin into the onion and yourselves into my hole so we can take refuge in low orbit. Pikmin in your squad will enter the onion on their own at today's end, so call them all to you. Okay, so we don't have a lot of time to react here. I'm going to see if I can do this really quickly. I'm going to put those guys away. Meanwhile, we're going to take the reds with us. I probably shouldn't have wasted time with those pellets or with the enemies if I didn't need to, but I'm going to go ahead and take these guys with me. I'm going to check the map real quick, just make sure I didn't leave anyone behind. Sometimes they get caught in things, like especially when you turn a corner. Those guys were just falling behind. Oh, you know what? Let's take some reds here. We'll go ahead and attack this dude. I think we just saved that guy because we didn't give him enough time to actually stop him. As long as they're in your party, they're fine. They don't necessarily need to be put away. Just make sure they don't get distracted with anything else on the way. And we have a cave here. We're going to enter with like 2 seconds to spare. We're going to enter this cave. Astounding, my metal detectors are reacting violently. What could be down below? If you find trouble below, press start to contact me and press R on the radar screen. The exploration pod will drop its loot to make room to carry you, Louie, and the Pikmin to safety. All right, we're not necessarily supposed to be able to access this cave at this point. Well, no, you can actually, but it's like recommended that you end the day and then come back and then do it the next day. I'm not going to do that. We're going to go into two caves in a single day, the White Flower Garden. We have all 80 with us, so we'll go ahead and do that. Why not? There's no time limit underground, so let's take advantage. That was kind of what I was planning to do, is let's see if I can try to get both these caves done in the first day. And I cut it really close there. I think there's like 2 or 3 seconds left. Okay, so, yeah, I wasn't really worried about that enemy because they don't really, they can't kill any of your Pikmin. All right, let's have Mario. Well, it's actually funny I Freudian slipped that there because Louie and Olimar. What's the word? Anagram? I might have the wrong part of speech, but essentially, it's a wordplay off Mario and Luigi, essentially, what you're looking at here. So it's kind of funny that I accidentally call Olimar Mario because that's kind of what they were doing. All right, we'll just keep swarming as we can, wherever we can. Hopefully no one gets lost. So is there any benefit to waiting until the next day to do the caves? It's hard to really answer that. I mean, yes, I guess the benefit to waiting is just that you start off on a fresh day. Honestly, I don't think there's really much of a benefit. The reason why the ship was kind of more like, hey, you know, let's end the day, come back to the ship, is because when the game starts off, it's a little more linear, and they're trying to like not overwhelm the player to doing too much, like to do more than they can really handle in a day. So it's just kind of like a recommended decision. But personally, if I can cover more ground in less time, I'll go for it. So, you know, if I can knock out 2 caves in one day instead of just 1, I'll definitely try to do that. But, you know, are you familiar with the first game, $3? Because, yeah, you might already know this, but there's not really a time limit. Yeah, there's not really a time limit in this game. In the first game, there is, in terms of how many days you could spend on the planet. Yeah, but it's been years since I played. Okay. Yeah, this one's a little more forgiving in terms of time. And then it's also super great that there's no time limit when you're underground. Alien Billboard. So we have the Kiwi brand since 1986. Shoe polish. Shines, nourishes, and protects. Cordovan. That's pretty cool. Shoe polish. That sound indicates there are no treasures, and you can also see that visibly through the treasure detector gauge thingy. Alright, so we have everything we need. We don't actually, when you're underground, it's a little more different. You don't necessarily have to have the Pikmin in your group in order for them to go down, but I always just try to grab them if I can. You'll notice that about me. I can be a little overcautious. I do that with saving too. Like I'll save a game and maybe not necessarily be paying attention to the fact that I saved the game, and so I'll save it again just to be on the safe side. Because that's just, I'd rather like not forget to save the game. It's been years since you played it. Did you complete both of the first two games? Losing progress is the worst, yeah. Yeah, every once in a while you have those moments where you're like, I got this, I don't need to save it, and then the worst thing could possibly happen happens, and you're like, I have to do that again. Yeah, I always learned when I was in school to save my progress, to save my work on Word document and everything. If you're gonna attack this guy, he will deflower your Pikmin. You want to try to kind of get him from the front, because when he attacks, he'll fling him forward. And what you'll notice about this sub-level, it looks very different from the underground-looking ones. The Pikmin can actually fall out of bounds and die. So if you're going to attack this guy, obviously I got to be careful because I'm playing with Olimar. I don't have the flame resistance yet, which I will get later. But they're going to fling him forward, so you don't want to have him get flung out of bounds. That's an instant death. Played the first game all the way through. Hey, well that's impressive. I think anyone who could complete the first game, that's an accomplishment in itself. First game is it's one of those games. It is challenging, but yeah, I mean, it's not too difficult to get used to, and if you play it enough, it's actually not too bad. You can get through the game, and they give you plenty of time, but the first time you play it through, you might have more trouble. You're not really sure what you're doing, and you're not really sure where everything is. But that gives it like an element of replay value that I really enjoy about the first one. It's a nice charm that they add to it. Alright, Drought Ender. We got another bottle cap. Dr. Pepper. I love me some Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper used to be my favorite soda. Now not so much. My taste buds have kind of changed a little, so I'm kind of a ginger ale guy myself. I didn't used to like ginger ale when I was younger, and then it's really kind of grown on me. Yeah, but I think like my go-to nowadays is basically Coca-Cola. I might as well collect these beasts. There's like no real threat. I mean, I know they're not really worth money, but you know, it's not too much trouble, so I'll just go ahead and grab them. Yeah, I wouldn't call it hard, but it took time to figure out. Yeah. But it's fun, right? Like to play that game the first time. Like if I could, I would play Pikmin 1 for the first time ever all over again. If I had the power to like delete all knowledge of the first game, just so I can experience it for the first time again, I would. Ginger ale, yes. Do you have a favorite type of ginger ale? Because You know, obviously, like, Canada Dry is kind of like a go-to, but I personally prefer Schweppes. I just think that it's better because it has a little less sugar. And it's just got kind of like a smoother taste. Like a not so aggressive kind of like burn to it. I know there's also Seagram's, which is, it doesn't have as much sugar as Canada Dry. But I still prefer Schweppes over Seagram's. So this next sub-level, I honestly don't remember what's to see. Oh yeah, it's the White Garden. Okay, so I don't think we'll have any combat in this floor. It's basically your introduction to white Pikmin. How can a flower so deep underground bloom so robustly? How mysterious. This place is conspicuously warm. Could it act as a kind of hothouse for foliage? It was nice chatting with you today. Oh, thank you. I'll try to drop by again later. Good luck. Thank you so much, $3. I appreciate you stopping by and making the time for a little old me on this pretty good looking Sunday. I hope you have a good rest of your day if I don't catch you. And yeah, feel free to stop by. I'll be streaming Pikmin on the weekends. Usually Sunday mornings, but if something happens and I can't stream on a Sunday, then I'll stream it on the Saturday right before. But it'll just depend. I have other projects going on, but I would usually play those during the week. But this is my pretty solid weekend project. So yeah, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. It's been really nice talking with you too. Have a good day. What an interesting development. The Pikmin look as if they long to be tossed into the flower. Again, I don't understand how this ship would just know that. Like, oh yeah, I could see it in their eyes. They want to be thrown into that flower. I wonder if that's a very painful process for the Pikmin too, because their whole genetic makeup is basically just being altered in a span of seconds. I don't know. Maybe it's not painful for them, but I feel like it would be painful. And it kind of gives off a little poisonous cough. Incredible. A white Pikmin. It is tiny, but looks distinctly swift. Its eyes are an unseemly red. This type of Pikmin was not mentioned in your notes, Olimar. It must be an entirely new type. Our data record on this type is a blank page, since a certain captain never documented them. Again, just being a jerk, man. You must experiment and make detailed observations for the benefit of future generations. Okay, cool. So we have white Pikmin. He did mention they're swift. I think they're the fastest Pikmin. But their speed isn't necessarily what makes them great. It's their beautiful red eyes with the powers to detect underground treasures. We're going to see that in just a second here. Let's take them with us. Might as well. I think I left Louie way at the front here with these guys. Don't eat them, Louie. I can see it in your eyes. Okay, oh look, I got a little Will-E-Wisp here thing. Alright guys, eat up. Let's go. Oh, you didn't get to eat up. You were over there. Oh, neither did you. Oh well. Okay, so I think if you take these guys over here, yeah, let's start digging up a treasure, hidden underground. Amazing! The white Pikmin have unearthed a treasure that was completely buried in the ground. Perhaps those beady red eyes of theirs allow them to sense objects buried in the dirt. Alright, at this point you can probably get the other Pikmin to show up and help out. Let's have them do that. There you go. Much faster. Alright, we'll take the rest of the red ones here with us. Those guys have their work cut out for them. If you come around here, we have our exit. Let's see if there's anything else on this floor. I don't remember there being anything else. I almost wasted that nectar, not even thinking about the fact that there were a couple whites that have not had nectar. I think there was like 2 that missed out, so we'll bring everyone back. Super Stick Textile. Alright, let's go ahead and switch it up. We'll have Louie grab everyone else. And, oh yeah, we do have some purples that need some nectar too, so that'll be nice. It says the white are super quick, but they're basically just keeping up with the reds. I don't know that they're going faster. I thought they were going to be faster than the reds. Let's go ahead and separate these whites. Oh, oops, not what I wanted. I wanted to separate the ones with the flowers. Wait, maybe I can switch? Nope. Oh, there you go. You have to press top on the cross. And you can actually separate the ones that have the flowers with the ones that have blooms or buds, and then the ones that have just the leaves. I think I only had 2 red and 2 white that had the leaves, and I got the rest of these purple guys. So all of you guys, there's no reason why you can't share this nectar. Everyone gets a piece of it. Let's give the purples just a quick second to catch up. Dude. Okay, he missed out. He missed out. He was running around in circles. That's okay. So we got 1 white Pikmin that's missing out, but that's alright. I don't think there's really anything else left here on this floor, so we're going to go ahead and advance to the sub-level exit. Down this way. And we're almost done with this cave, too. Just realized that my fan's making kind of a noise, and I don't know if it's being caught in audio. Sorry if it is. I don't think it is, though. I'm going to just leave it alone. You know what? I could turn it a little bit lower. There you go. Sorry. Okay, so we're on sub-level 4. So we got a little bit of exploration to do here. Alright, first thing I'm going to do, I'll let Louie handle these white Pikmin. We'll have Olimar hold on to the rest of these guys. Louie's going to do a little bit of scouting. We're going to go ahead and use the white Pikmin to break these poisonous pipeline things. I don't really know if they're pipes. They're just dispensing poison. So anyway, we'll clear that out. Because that is another one of their abilities. They can handle poison without any trouble. No risk of loss of life. Just make a nice clean path for everyone else. And we have our exit here on the left, but we're not going to take it just yet. We have a treasure up there. We'll come back to that. Let's see if there's any more poison things we got to take out. No, I think we basically covered it. Alright, I think we're good. I don't really see any other enemies, so we should be fine. Crossing my fingers, we should be fine to get everything else back home or back to the hull of our robotic compadre. Okay, so we'll check over here. I know there's the looks like chapstick here going on, so let's take some reds with us. I'm gonna decrease the size of my group of Pikmin just because I don't want them to get like caught as we walk around here and get all scattered. I guess it doesn't really matter since they get left behind, or they can't necessarily get left behind underground anyway. They'll advance with you regardless. So maybe it doesn't matter, but it's just good to keep up with those good habits because they do make a difference when you're outside of a cave. We'll just let Louis stay with those guys. I think there's even another treasure underground somewhere. We'll have to use the treasure detector to gauge that. Chapstick. Survival ointment. Lip balm. Cool. I think, oh no, it looks like the treasure meter's going down. Okay. I was wrong. There's no underground treasure for the whites to discover, so that's fine. We'll go ahead and collect everyone anyway. Let's advance down. I can't imagine there being too many more floors. Maybe one or two. So this is the cave that you're supposed to come to on day 5, but we're still on day... I'm sorry, on day 4, but we're still on day 3. Trying to be a little bit ahead of schedule. Okay, so this is our final floor. We do have a boss. I don't remember who the boss is. Should I scout ahead? Maybe that would be a good idea. Is this the Snagrit? I think this is your basic Snagrit boss, but I don't remember how many there are. There's our exit over there. Got a couple eggs. I might power up my Pikmin here for this boss fight. I want to say these are regular Snagrits. I just don't remember how many there are. If there's 1 or 3. So let's go ahead and find out. Got one here. Is it just one? I can handle just one. It might just be one, but I wouldn't be surprised if there are more. Alright, you guys stay. I'm gonna take a couple white, because if the Snagrit eats it, you know what, I don't even think I'm gonna take all these guys. Let's just take like, yeah, we'll just take 30. Any of these white? I don't even know. We'll take like 5 white. You can come too. Just in case the Snagrit ends up eating a white one, it might help us out big time. And I want to say there's only one Snagrit here, so we'll see. We shall see. I don't even know if I want to go for the... You know what? Let's take a little... I know this is unnecessary, but I can't help but notice that there is a white Pikmin that doesn't have nectar. So let's see if I can grab him. Let's take all 4. Hopefully this isn't gonna be a bad thing. Alright, we got him. Might be completely unnecessary, but I know the rest of my Pikmin are pretty good on nectar, so we're good. Alright, here we go. Without further ado, enough stalling. Quit stalling. Alright, here we go. Best to swarm him. Oh, you know what? I did not do the right thing. Because I'm supposed to supercharge power them, so here, let's try that. And since it's our first time using it, we're going to get treated to another wonderful cutscene. Astounding. The heads of the Pikmin are glowing, and they seem extremely agitated. The ultra spicy spray appears to increase Pikmin speed and attack power. What a discovery. Alright. We're going to take advantage of that as best we can. Try to attack this dude. Oh, snap. Okay, we did lose a couple, but that's alright. If we can try to... It's hard to explain what I'm trying to do. Also, it doesn't help that I'm failing. I think I got him. Or maybe he has 1 hit left, basically. There you go. Didn't have much time to do any further attacking. Wasn't too bad, but could have been better. Might not have really needed to use the spray, but, you know, anything helps, so. I mean, it's not like they're difficult to come by, so we're good. Well done, Captain Olimar. You've defeated that freakish half-bird, half-serpent hybrid. Oh, no, don't tell me. That treasure was ingested by that beast, wasn't it? Or, you know what I mean. Okay. And you'll see that some of our Pikmin have lost their flowers because they've just been in some combat. So, you know, it happens. In fact, let's go ahead and just swarm these nectars. They've earned it. They fought hard. Alright, enough of that. We'll go ahead and... So we lost one Pikmin? 6 Pikmin? No, wait. No, we didn't just lose 1. We lost probably like 6. That's fine. Let's have Louie come back. Collect the rest of the spoils, or at least help these guys out. Cool. Take the head of the enemy. Put it on a stake. Let that be a lesson to the rest of you, Snagrets. Alright, 5-man knapsack. This material looks comfortable. I will use it to patch the boss's favorite sleeping bag. Seam test conclusive. Cross-stitching successful. The knapsack is complete. When you have an unoccupied time interval, press and hold X to take a nap. Okay. And then that'll replenish health if I'm not mistaken. And if you press the X button, if you hold it, Louie will fall asleep and the Pikmin will carry him back to the base. Back to the onion or whatever. I mean, if we're outside, he'll throw him into the onion. I think it sets off fireworks, to be honest with you. But since we're underground, it's a little different. The ship hull can't really do much more than that. Okay, so yeah, I think we lost like 6 Pikmin, but whatever. I'll take it. Not too bad. Anything that could be way worse, I'm fully aware of. But I'll take the little victories. Alright, escape with your Pikmin. We've collected everything. 2 caves complete in 1 day. the end of the day, we'll get to see all the treasures that we collected. And I want to say it's going to shoot us out at the entrance. We'll go ahead and save the game. So far we've completed 3 caves in total. Back at the Awakening Wood. Alright, we're out of time for today's day, so we'll just stand here, run out the clock, watch the end cutscene. I'm kind of sitting here debating whether or not I should play another day, because that will most definitely entail another cave, and the caves do take time. But I don't know. We'll see. Today's report. We got quite a bit of money. Can I actually go back? I don't know if I can go back to that previous. Oh yeah, you can. Yeah, I collected about 1,900. That's almost 20% of what we need. So far, we're almost at 30% collected on the debt. So yeah, that's good. All right, so we despite losing a few Pikmin here or there, we still raised our Pikmin populations. Didn't lose any white or purple. So far, we've only lost 9 Pikmin. Or, excuse me, 11 Pikmin overall. 9 today. It's not too bad. How's progress, Olimar? Remember, you'll never get anything done if you sit back and watch from afar. Be sure to hold R occasionally for a close-up view of the action. Okay. Mind your own business, dude. I'm just kidding. No, but seriously, like, he's speaking from afar and he's trying to tell us how to do our job. I think we got this under control, Mr. President. All right. Again, we can only go to one of 2 caves. Now, there's not really a point in going to the Valley of Repose, just because to access more of the map, we need the blue Pikmin. Awakening Wood. We're also going to need the yellow Pikmin before we can even access the blue Pikmin. The blue Pikmin are the last ones to collect. And the game kind of teases you a bit because it makes you think, oh, they're not too far out of range because they're on the 2nd level. But no, you still have to work for it a little bit. We have to get yellow Pikmin first. Now, yellow Pikmin are only available on the 3rd level. And I don't recall us being able to access any other caves except maybe the Bulblax Kingdom, which I don't know if I'm ready for yet. So I think my decision for today, so that I don't get caught up in spending or going over my time limit, is I'm gonna go ahead and end the Pikmin 2 stream for right now. But I might switch it up to something else. If not, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just say my goodbye. I'm going to do my outro right now. I'm going to step away from the computer for a moment. Maybe take a little break. And if I so choose, I may decide to stream a little bit longer on something else. Or I might just wrap things up. So in case this is the end for today, I want to just thank everyone who stopped by. I know Turk Dude stopped by, $3 stopped by. Billy Mev Twitch stopped by, and yeah. So thank you guys. I really appreciate it. And of course, thank you Safira Doriente and Frozen Salamander for the follows. All right. In case this is goodbye, you guys have yourself a fine Sunday. Be safe out there, and I'll continue Pikmin 2 for sure next weekend. All right. Till then, you guys take care. Bye-bye. And I'm just going to enter into I'll be right back, but I might not be. So don't be shocked. But anyway, much love, guys. Take care. Bye-bye. Alright guys, welcome back. So here's the deal. I have about another hour to play. I think I can get through at least one more day within that time frame. So I'm going to try that. Now, there's no point in me going back to Valley of Repose. I mentioned that I'm going to need the blue Pikmin for that. And I can't quite navigate to the third level yet either. So my only option is to return to Awakening Wood. I think we're going to have to deal with the Bullblack's Kingdom next. Which sucks. But, you know, let's try it. We'll see how things go. I forgot to stop and check out the Piclopedia to see if there were any really cool dudes. I know we had the large Bulborb, so maybe I'll check that out a little later. And let me just check one thing real quick. Just want to make sure everything's still functioning just right. Yep. Alright, cool. We're good. Okay, good morning. The white Pikmin are lodged within the purple ones, with the purple ones in my hole. Two types are sleeping well and do not quarrel. I have made them most comfortable. You can call out the white Pikmin by standing in the light beneath me and pressing A. As we've already done. Thanks for going over stuff you've already gone over. On a separate note, be wary of overworking yourselves. Taking a break can be courageous too. I just got off a short break myself. Alright, to access the radar screen, then press R. I understand the awkwardness of me basically possibly doing an outro or saying goodbye, and then I'm still here playing, so sorry about the discontinuity. I will just go ahead and take all 89 of the reds. Why not? Oh, you know what? Actually, we have 5 blue out there, so trying to make it so that I could probably take like 10 white and 5 purple, 95, 80. So let's put a couple of these guys back. The 9 lucky ones that'll be spared. We'll go ahead and just, you know what, let's just go ahead and grab the purple and white ones. We're going to take 10 whites. And we're also going to take 5 purple. That'll just be our generic amount. Let me give the game a second to catch up. It says 92 out. I mean, I need to put two more red away. I thought I put them away, but I guess not. Maybe they didn't want to go away. All right, let's try that again. That should just about cover that. All right, cool. We're good. We got what we need. I'm gonna leave the purple and white with Louie. Olimar, let's scout ahead. We're gonna grab a couple more pellets while we're at it. There really is no point in sharing the pellets with the white or purple because that's not how they reproduce. You can only really get whites and purples from the candy buds. So, like those flowers. So really they're going to serve no, you know, urgent purpose in terms of helping out those guys with their populations. Okay, I meant to have them separate here. I hope what I'm saying makes sense. You know, when you kind of talk on autopilot and play, sometimes you lose a little sight of what you're saying. Alright, let's take the white Pikmin up here, because clearly there's a treasure. Oh, this guy. I forgot about this dude. I'm not going to mess with him right now. He can scatter your Pikmin if he gets too close, but it's not that big a deal. If you take the white Pikmin here, they'll dig up a treasure. Excuse me. And actually, if you take a couple more reds, they'll even help out. I don't know how many it's going to take to drag this treasure out.
but we'll do what we can. So that kind of helps speed it along a bit. All right, these guys are gonna come down. Let me do something real quick. I think what would be best is if I took Louis and like, let me take 5 of these if I can. Okay, I didn't mean to take that many. Let me put 5 away for the reds. I'm just gonna go ahead and take all the whites out. I'm gonna put them back if I can. It really is. You have to really like make it. It's very calculating, you know, what you have to do to make sure you have just the right amount of Pikmin to do what you're trying to do. I'm gonna take Louis with the white Pikmin. We're gonna start working on opening that gate because I know that's gonna take a little bit of time. And while we wait, we'll have Olimar kind of scout out for any more Pikmin for the reds, along with any other pickups like berries and stuff like that. So let me just have these guys scoot on past. You can see these bugs here are eating the berries, so that's not good for us. But we're not reacting quick enough to stop it, so we'll just have to suffer the consequence of that. But I'm going to go ahead and just have these guys work on this because we're going to need to have them open it anyway. There's another door they're going to have to open at some point, so I'll just leave Louis over there with them. Olimar, he's going to... We'll take this little group of guys here. Let's see if there's anything else worth collecting. Up here, you might notice this is the area where you fought the Snaggerts. Oh, look, we have these butterflies you can throw Pikmin at. And they'll release a lot of nectar. In fact, I probably wasted some of that nectar just kind of swarming it, but anyway. Yeah, that's where you fight the Snaggerts in the first game. I don't really know that there's much else over here to check out, so we'll go ahead and just move forward. Oh, well, I guess you guys can grab those things. Might as well. Let's go ahead and take these guys out too. Why not? Because apparently those guys will respawn every day. So everyone's pretty scattered out at this point. I know I threw a couple people around. Another thing I can do is... How's that wall coming along, by the way? Are they done? No, not quite. Another thing I can do is drag the Pikmin... Well, there was some tall grass there. I know I'm kind of changing my direction there a bit, but let's go grab this nectar. Have these guys eat up as much as possible. Try to get as many of them on that nectar as we can. I think they all got a little taste of that, so we're good. Go ahead and move forward. Keep our Pikmin nice and strong. Alright. These guys basically ate all the berries. There's not really much we can get away with. We can kill them, but I anticipate they'll be back tomorrow anyway. We'll go ahead and just kill them anyway. Grab what we can. Oh, well, I guess we'll leave. Just go ahead and take it. That's fine. How's that bridge coming along, Louis? I said bridge, I meant wall. Almost done over there. We'll hear the little sound effect when they're done. Might as well go back and grab these guys. So our red Pikmin population is doing pretty good. I guess we'll just stand here for a minute because I don't really know what else we can do as we wait for these walls to collapse. There's going to be another wall we have to have the white Pikmin work on the other direction, so I think I'll take them over there after this. They're almost done. There they go. They're just finished. Now they just got to take out these poisonous geyser things or whatever. Okay, So I'm going to real quickly just take Louie over here to this side, because there's another poisonous section they got to get past. Come around this corner here. Just to the right, so right past this wall and just to the right, where you see that globe thing, which is what we got to get in order to advance to the next stage. That's where we first discovered the yellow Pikmin in the Forest of Hope on the last game. And we got a little time to collect some berries since Louie's just over there with the white Pikmin. Yeah, I was gonna leave 5 white Pikmin behind, but I just don't want to go back and take them away. So, let's go check on them real quick. They got it down 1. I could take this little group with me that I have and see what's on the other side over here. I know there was a treasure up on my right, up here on this platform here, but I can't access it just yet. I'm going to need the yellow Pikmin to help me reach that. So this is a little bit of a balancing game, which I'm not very good at. But if I can get as many Pikmin as possible up there, like the more the merrier. We're gonna throw some purple here. We'll switch it up. See if they can lift us. That's not who I meant to throw. I meant to throw purple. Oh. That'll give us just enough to get most of these guys up here. Let's go ahead and drop these guys. Whoa! Zozo! Zozo! Rating with a party of 8. Holy. Wow. Itchy Monster 4R. I'm sorry, I know I'm butchering that name. Wow, thank you guys for the follow. Wow, Zozo, thank you for the raid, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. You're my first raid ever. I will have to return the favor to you one of these days. Dude, thanks guys. That's awesome. Wow. Lost Hogs, thank you for the follow. Hey, what's up guys? Hey, Rency. Rency's in the house. Yeah, guys, definitely. Well, I guess y'all are coming from Zozo's channel, but anyone else who might already who might not have joined in on that raid, definitely check these guys out. They stream too. So shout out. I need to get my Nightbot set up so I can do those Nightbot shout outs and stuff like that. But in the meantime, I know for a fact Rency streams. I know Zozo, obviously. So definitely visit them, check out their channels, maybe drop them a follow. They do good work, very good work. And they've been so good to me too. Thank you guys, and yeah, anyone else, if anyone else streams, you feel free to mention it. I'll give you a shout out too. Bring me another specimen. All right, so this is our first exposure to the bitter berries. And those will make our Pikmin, well actually they're more for offensive purposes, because they'll freeze up the enemy. And we'll have like a bit of an opportunity to swarm them with an attack. So we can't access much of this area because there's electrical obstacles. We still don't have the yellow Pikmin yet. Just on day 4 here. Yeah, this was my first raid. Thank you guys. Thank you, Zozo. That's so nice of you. I'm going to pause just for a second so I can catch up on this chat because the time does tick. we do have a little bit of a time limit. How goes the Pikmin? Pikmin's going great. We're on day 4. We've completed 3 caves. I don't know that there's another cave I can access because I can't access the Bull Black's Kingdom. I need the yellow Pikmin for that. I can't save the blue Pikmin just yet. I need the yellow Pikmin for that. But I do need to collect this treasure over here so I can access the next level. So I'm going to be doing a little double timing here with the time I have left. But I was able to grab that die. That's a nice little treasure we can add on. But the debt's going really well. We paid off 30% with a chance totem. I haven't seen this game in a while. The good old GameCube days, definitely. Yeah, I love GameCube. Aside from... Oh, thank you for the host, Renzi. I appreciate that as well. Very nice of you to do that. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I love Super Nintendo. I love GameCube. Those are my top 2 favorite consoles, but I'm not picky. I won't limit myself to other great things. Alright, oh wait, we got this dude here. I forgot about him. Fortunately, he's not too much of a threat. He looks a lot more intimidating than he really is. Most of the time, he'll just end up kind of attacking himself and knocking around and being all bumbly and stuff, so he's not a super big threat. But we're going to try to grab this before the day's over, assuming we can get it back in time. Unless they're going to make me take the bridge, in which case I wasted a lot of time today. Fascinating, this object is highly similar to the one you found in the Valley of Repose. By examining this further, I may be able to extrapolate new planetary data. Yeah, man, I haven't been able to catch your streams, but we're here now. Hey, man, I'm just so appreciative that you stop by, that you guys stop by, like even just like you dropping in for a quick hello, it means the world to me. So like, hey, don't even worry about it. I'm gonna let them focus on that bridge. Let's see if we can get Louie back to everyone else, because I'm probably not gonna be able to grab this. Day 4, I really should have focused more on that second half of that globe, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we could still pull it off. Probably not. I think I lost too much time, but at least we got that die block over there. We completed that little mini puzzle, and we took out both of the walls with the white Pikmin. I'm going to check the map real quick. Sometimes the Pikmin will get kind of caught, and then you leave them behind, and you have no intention of doing that, but it just kind of happens. Especially with the purple ones, because they're the slowest ones, so they'll kind of like fall behind and then get caught. Let's see if we can start grabbing this. Gonna need... Oh yeah, these guys are done already. Well, even if we can't get it done, we'll just enter and come on back. We'll just get as close as we can. I want to say that's everyone on the map. Aside from the blue ones, which we can't access just yet. We'll advance it a couple steps, and then we'll basically, let's wait till the 1 second. Alright, let's call them. That's everyone. There's nothing else we can do. We're out of time for today's day. Are you playing on the OG GameCube? No, I'm not. I'm actually playing on... I'm playing with the OG controller, the GameCube controller, but I'm playing it on my Wii. Because the Wiis are backward compatible to GameCube. I wish I was playing on my GameCube. My GameCube, unfortunately, it didn't make it. It was probably all the... I probably could have treated it a little bit better, but yeah, no, I think I still have it. Like, I didn't have the heart in me to throw it away, and maybe it could even still be fixed. The Wii's more powerful than I thought. Yeah, it's pretty powerful. It's a good console, like, you know, for the backward compatibility for GameCube, and also it's, you know, you can mod it and stuff like that. I guess you could mod just about anything nowadays. Sadly, I don't have a Wii, but I do have a GameCube. Yeah. Hey, well, that's all you really need. I'll be honest, like with the Wii. Oh, let me go back real quick, because I think we can just kind of gauge how many We lost in battle. Okay, actually, no, we didn't. Oh, yeah, we didn't really see very much combat. Yeah. GameCube, great stuff. Olimar, good work so far. I hereby promote you to perennial manager. Press X to divide them up. And yeah, okay, basically just telling us things we already know again. Hope all goes smoothly. Let's save it. Yeah, unfortunately, I'll have to kind of just like re-enter the level just to grab this map piece because I can't really do anything else. But you know what? I didn't get to visit the Piclopedia, so I might just stop by real quick and just kind of showcase. I did that for like the small bulborbs, but not the larger ones. It's just kind of cool to feed them sometimes. Might be getting a Wii in the future. Yeah, I mean, personally, I didn't really grow up with the Wii. I mean, I wasn't like a super big fan of the motion control thing. And even to this day, it's still a little awkward for me. I wouldn't mind, giving it a second chance and just maybe I'll find newfound love in the Wii. But I was just such a big fan of the GameCube at the time. And when they switched it up to the Wii control, the Wiimote, which I have right here actually. Shout out to the Wiimotes, any of you Wii lovers. But yeah, it was a little bit of an adjustment, so I might be getting away. Okay, Rents here. Are you saying Wii heist? So yeah, I'll just like some of these enemies that obviously they don't eat carrots, so they're just gonna they might just blow fire at it, roast up some carrots there. Yeah, they're not gonna eat. But if you have something a little more interesting, okay, so we have this guy. He's not really gonna be able to do much either because he usually just pierces the Pikmin, but he's not really gonna pierce the carrot. Just gonna kind of break it up. If we go here, let's see, what's another good one? I thought I had the large. Yeah, I have the large, the red bulborb. That's the bigger one. So he can num up a little bit. Num. There you go. He's a lot more ferocious than these little ones. Also, I'm not really sure what he's going for that carrot by his foot, and he's really putting a lot of effort into that one. There's a lot more carrots over here, bud. There you go. Yeah, he'll take them out quickly if you let him. Let's see if there's any other ones. Okay, so I got the bosses too, the Empress Bullblacks here, which I don't think you can actually wake up with the carrots. Yeah, unfortunately. But I guess it really wouldn't do much besides just like squash the carrots anyway. Burrowing Snagger. This guy's fun. He's from the first game. Look at that. He'll take him out quick if you let him. Yeah, that's exactly what I used my Wii for. I mainly just kind of, because my GameCube broke, and so, and my, well, she's now my fiance, but at the time she was my girlfriend. She got me, as a birthday gift, she got me a modded Wii, and it has, like, all the libraries for Atari and Nintendo, Super Nintendo, but yeah, and then I can use it as a GameCube and as a Wii. So it was a great gift. I love it. I still love my Wii. I still love playing it. I actually, when I play my Super Nintendo games, I tend to play on the Wii, on the Virtual Console. I do have an actual Super Nintendo that is functioning, but one of the cables can get kind of loose in the back, and then that kind of just like throws it off. So I don't know. Maybe one day I'll stream with the original Super Nintendo. All right, we're gonna have to go back in because I really got to grab that globe so we can access the third stage. But aside from that, there really isn't too much I can do at this point. I can maybe dance a little bit with the Snagrets if I so choose. I might do that. Hell yeah. Absolutely. Alright, well, we got that bridge fixed, so let's just, we're going to need some purples to help us out here. As I mentioned earlier, if you kind of tuned in a little later, the purples are fun. I absolutely love playing with them, but I understand that there's a part that you need 100 purples for, so I'm going to be a little more conservative using them earlier on in the game. So I usually only really take like 5 at the most with me at a time. Oh yeah, you know what? I should grab more Pikmin. Duh. How many do I actually need? 101? Well, they're gonna be digging. Okay. let's... If I had 50, then I only really need 51. I'll just grab the rest red. The SNES Mini, yes, I do have that one too. My mom doesn't want to give me the original Super Nintendo because she thinks I'll sell it. Really? I wonder how much those go for now. Like an original Super Nintendo. I know that game collecting is like a lot bigger now than it was, you know, back when I was younger. So I'm not really too sure what they would go by, how much they go for now. I would imagine the price has gone up. I'm gonna need someone to go back. Let's have Louie go back. I guess I should grab a couple whites too. They'll probably have some. We might have some buried treasure in this next one. Assuming that I go in. Oh no, I can't even access this yet. I need the blue Pikmin. Okay, never mind. It's gonna be a real short day, guys. We're gonna just grab this map piece and then basically just get out. I guess I could spend a little time collecting berries. Never hurts to have those. How long am I going to be gone? Or how long am I going to be on? Well, I've actually been on for almost 3 hours now. I was planning to play the Bullblack's Kingdom, but I forgot that I can't really access it yet. And then I need to collect the yellow Pikmin. Decoding complete. As I surmise, this chip contains additional topographic data. The data has been inputted into my database. I shall name it the survey chart. Not much, but it's basically mint condition. We pretty much have all the Mario games and a lot of other classics too. Nice. Yeah, I recently started collecting older consoles. Recently, I bought PS1 and N64. Those are great. I actually, speaking of N64, see if I can do this carefully, because I was just playing Mario Party the other day. I'm gonna unhook the controller so I don't mess anything up with this stream. But there you go. I have the expansion pack on this baby because you need it to you need it to play certain games like Donkey Kong 64. I was really disappointed when I bought Donkey Kong 64 the first time, and then I couldn't even play it because the thing tells me I need to buy an expansion pack, and then I had to explain that to my dad. Hey, I need another part. I can't play the game without it. But yeah, that's the N64. This is it's not my original. I think I had to buy another one. It could be my original. I think my sister has my other one, my original. Those things are durable. They last a long time. They're great. They're great consoles. At least the ones I've had. I've had good luck with it. PS1. I've never owned a PS1. A PS64. I have like the little model PS1, but it's not mine. It's just one that I kind of ended up with. And I played a couple of PS1 games, but PlayStation is not really my... I don't have a lot of experience with PlayStation. I thought about getting the PS Mini, but I know those weren't selling too well. Have any of you guys... Did any of you guys purchase the PS1 Mini? And is it worth it? Especially for someone who's never played the PS1. Well, I don't even know why I'm really collecting these guys. I got what I need. Again, there's not really much else I can do besides go into the next world. Next level. I guess it's not really a world. It's like a level, stage, a map. They have different names for it. I'll just get another spray. We'll have to end the game or the day early so we can advance and go try to retrieve the yellows. To answer your question, how much longer I'll stream? I was planning on streaming for like another 35 minutes. I don't know that that's going to give me enough time to complete the next cave. I might have just enough time to like collect the yellows and stuff. But I know that the caves, when you're in the caves, they save like every sub-level. So I could just stop the stream abruptly if I really wanted to, just kind of in the middle of the cave. Anyone watching, I do plan on streaming Pikmin 2 every Sunday morning. It would only fall on a Saturday if I wasn't able. Let me end the day here. It would only fall on a Oh, how do I do that? Oh, I think I have to scroll. Yeah, go to sunset. It would only fall on a Saturday if I couldn't stream on a Sunday. But this is like my weekend project. I tend to do like a more long-term project on the weekends. I'll probably have to return to my full-time job sometime next week. So if I do any bonus streams, it would fall like on a Tuesday or Friday, and it would most likely be in the evenings. And anything that I do, excuse me, my voice cracked, sorry. Anything that I stream during the week is usually like a backup project or just like a bonus stream. So probably my weekday stream would be like Donkey Kong Country 3. That's what I'm also playing. Sometimes I'll stream like Fall Guys and Among Us and Rocket League and stuff like that. I'm not very good at any of those, but I'm trying to get some practice in on the PC. I got some work to do catching up with modern games. Olimar, terrible news. I thought I went to Happy Huckatate Savings and Loan, but it seems my loan came from the shop next door. All devouring black hole loan sharks. Oops. I think Olimar is the most competent of all of these characters. Is the PS64 was that was a joke, right? So like that wasn't like or is that actually a thing? Did they merge those two into one? I wouldn't be surprised with the kinds of things that they mod nowadays. All right, so we're gonna go to Perplexing Pool. At the very least, I'm gonna try to gather the yellow Pikmin. Yeah, I just fused them. Holy snap! So you know how to do that? That's awesome, dude. That's a really cool like idea for a console. The N64 and the PlayStation 1. Alright, let's try to be a little more calculating on this one. I'm not going to take too many Pikmin, because the more Pikmin you have, the more you got to worry about. I don't remember if I really need whites or purples to access the yellow, but never hurts to have them with you. I'll probably have Louis watching the whites and purples. I'm going to take 5. Okay, let's have Olimar take the reds. He took a yellow or white there. Hold on, let's see. Okay, and we'll have Louis take these guys. We'll just kind of scout ahead with Olimar. I know where the yellows are. I just can't remember if there's like a most optimal way to get there. Oh, there they go. That'll show you where they are. There's 5 of them on the map. It's got VR capability by just putting a strap on your arm. It's wild. Wow. That's cool. I would really like to see that. That looks... I can't imagine. But it sounds cool. They are yellow Pikmin. You encountered them when you crashed on the planet, correct? Okay, yeah, so just another... It would be most helpful if they remember you like the red ones did. Yes, most helpful. Well, maybe I can bother you one of these streams, Zozo, and maybe you can kind of show it to me. I'd be really curious to see what it looks like. If that's not asking too much. Let's see. Okay, I can't access that yet because we need the blue Pikmin. Now these guys have kind of been nerfed. I'm gonna wait for them to fall because they're brutal in the first game. Like, I would have, like, for that kind of performance, taking down that dude, I would have lost, like, most of these guys. But fortunately, I didn't lose any. Alright, hold on 1 second. I just want to make sure. Okay. My sensors are giving out foreboding signals. These signals could very well mean that this hole is filled with wretched, nasty bugs, vicious program terminating bugs. Okay, that's like the hole of, or that's the spider one, I think. Let's walk around this corner. Okay, I gotta get some Pikmin up here. It's another one of these puzzles. I'll just work with that for now. I'll come back for those. I have to remember. Okay, look at this guy. He's ready to stir up some trouble. Got him. These guys suck, especially in the first game. They're a little easier to manage on this one. But I'm not a fan of these guys. Those guys got him. Let's pick up everyone else. I know you guys are trying to be helpful, but let's stay focused on the task at hand here. Let's not pull a day 4 blunder. Okay. Okay, we're gonna have to take this dude down. He's in the way. I'll go ahead and supercharge these guys. Make it a little bit easier. I hope that's not death. Okay. I got kind of lucky there. I was starting to sweat there for a minute there, thinking maybe I got a little unlucky there on that timing. I thought I'm sure that if they weren't powered up that I would have lost like all of them. Okay, what can we do next? We got to get the white Pikmin over here. Because they're going to need to break down that wall. In fact, you know what? Let's just grab all of the whites. We're going to need them to open up that wall. Not really sure how much time I'll have to go into a cave. I think it's called the Citadel of Spiders, now that I'm thinking a little more on it. And maybe that's the one to go to start off. I don't remember how many sub-levels are in all of these caves, though. Let's throw the white Pikmin up there. We'll have Olimar take care of that. I think there's some purple ones that want to follow. Get a little space so that it doesn't really matter. Louie's with them. Alright, let's just have these guys work on that wall. That's all of the white Pikmin we have, so we're going to need them to take care of that. What happened? Did I bring someone who shouldn't have gone? I lost a Pikmin, that's for sure. Or maybe I gained him. I saw the Pikmin count change. Maybe it was because they brought people back. Or they brought pellets and enemies and stuff. Let's see. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. Anyone who's watching, I appreciate it. Joining me on this little old me on this. Well, I guess it's just past noon here where I am. Let's see, what do we got? Any other stray Pikmin? It's never a bad idea to just check for that real quick, just to make sure everyone's accounted for. We're gonna have to Oh, thank you for being. Oh, thanks. Well, I try. No, I really appreciate the Twitch community. I haven't been. I think I started this basically in September, and I've been on YouTube a lot longer. I haven't streamed on YouTube, to be fair, so I can't really give like a full assessment of the differences between streaming on Twitch and YouTube. But I'll just say this: I'm really enjoying the experience on Twitch. I really like the community here on Twitch. It's really refreshing. And it's very rewarding for someone like me who's been doing this since 2012, because I feel like Twitch has made it a lot easier to, or it's just made things more accessible and easier for me as a content creator, but also for anyone who enjoys the videos that I make, to make it a little more accessible to them too. Yeah, it's been a really good experience. All right. Actually, you know what? Let's leave those guys up there. I'm gonna have to go grab the other guys so we can. I think I have some more over at the base, right? Yeah, because I gotta get Louis up there too. I don't know how to effectively get everyone back. I might have to leave someone behind for that puzzle. Did all of them are finished? Okay, they finished. Okay, great. I'm gonna need some red Pikmin though, so I can switch them out. I might just end up. I don't really know. I'm kind of planning as I go, improvising. I'm trying to decide who I should take with me, if I should go into a cave. Let's work on one thing at a time. Let's just focus on getting these yellow Pikmin here. I don't want to waste any of these white Pikmin. So, well, you know what? I don't even need the red Pikmin for this either. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm in like candy pop flower mode, thinking here. But that's not how the yellow Pikmin work. All right, let's grab these guys. So at least we got them, and we can always go back to the second stage if we wanted to access Bull Black's Kingdom. Can't quite access Snagret Hole just yet. The yellow Pikmin have climbed down a tree and are staring in this direction. They appear to like high places and seem to be quite light. They also have very large ears. If I had named them, they would be called Ear Pikmin, but I will use the name Olimar gave them. Curious, my static electricity sensors are reacting violently. What could this mean? Well, that's actually a new feature for the yellow Pikmin that I don't remember. Was electricity a thing in the first game? I don't think it was. I think it just had the ability to jump higher. I think electricity is a new obstacle. Okay, we'll have these guys. They have to raise their population here, so let's gather some goodies for them. Where's the last one? Oh, there he is. Just couldn't get the grip on it. Let's check on Louis real quick. If they're underground, they're gonna be fine. I might as well pluck them on here. Let's see, and then also just gonna make sure I don't have anyone else kind of waiting around. I think I'm gonna have Louis stand by the cave. Now I don't think I'll have time to do the whole cave today, but I could probably at least get it started. But I'll have Louis stand over here so he can just be ready to enter if I have some more time. Let's go back to where Olimar is with the yellow Pikmin. And the more the merrier. We have enough for this large pellet. We'll go ahead and do that. You can even get the reds to help out too. That'll help, being a little more efficient. The important thing is that you don't have a majority go to the red. I'll have them take those down at least. So, like, I can pile on more reds to help out, but as long as the yellow have the majority, the yellow will take it. I might even be slowing them down by having them stop for all those guys. They have to stop so they can get their grip on what they're carrying. So Zozo, when you say VR compatibility, you're saying virtual reality, right? Or do I have that wrong? Because I wonder how that would be used if you're playing PlayStation and N64 games, or maybe I'm just not understanding. But it still sounds really cool. Alright, I think that I've collected everyone else except those who are just sprouting right now. The Skype call. I'll have to close that out, sorry. Alright, so I have 82 and... Where is Olimar? Or Louis? 82 and 18. So he has all of them. So all I really need to do is enter the cave. And, oh wait, no, it says 18. My bad. Let me get Olimar back over there. I think I can make it. Try to avoid the grass. Do as I say, not as I do. Alright, these guys. Let's get them over here. Back around. I don't know that I want to do Citadel of Spiders just yet. In fact, I don't even remember if I need the blue Pikmin for that. But I think that's the easiest one on this stage. Got everyone accounted for here. Let's see. Oh, I don't need the blue. At least not for this cave. I'll go ahead and enter it. I still got like 15 minutes, so I'm just gonna start the cave, and then when I get to a new sub level, I'll just stop it there. Imagine Sony and Nintendo coming together to make the ultimate console and turn it into some kind of cyberpunk thing. Wow. Dude, I've got to see this. That sounds amazing. See, that, if you would have told me back then that something like that could be possible nowadays, like, I would have thought you're crazy. You are crazy, sir. What is this sorcery you speak of? These guys are pretty quick. They're a little quicker than the purple ones. They might actually take out enemies. Or take out your Pikmin quickly. I don't know what I'm saying. They might take out your Pikmin quickly. Let's see. I'm going to do a little scouting first and just kind of see what we're looking at here on this floor. Got a couple of these dudes. Once you get to these like later caves, you know, after like the first 3 or 4 caves, it's always a good idea to scout ahead and just make sure there's nothing that can create a big problem for you. A big thing that'll happen as you progress, or you'll see a lot of those caves that will have like explosives and rocks falling from the ceiling or whatever, and that's never a good time. Alright, but at least we got yellow Pikmin on our side today. Oh, let's swarm this guy, might as well. The leaf dudes don't hurt you, they just kind of get in the way and scatter your Pikmin around a little bit. Swarm this guy. You can always, when they're flying, it's best just to throw a Pikmin at him and take him down immediately, just kind of like how you would the Bulborbs. The enemies, like I mentioned before, I don't need to spend too much time attacking them. They don't produce a lot of money, but if they're not in the way, I'll grab them. Love Nugget. Okay, this guy's coming for our guys. Let's see. Stop him before he gets a chance. Okay, cool. So that actually clears all the treasures from this level. Oh, there's another leaf enemy there. I guess we can take him down. Assuming he doesn't knock over all our guys. Okay. Okay, so that's even 100 Pikmin. We've collected all the treasures. We'll go ahead and advance. I think I have time for at least one more sub level. Let's go ahead and take care of that. At least we get a little bit of a head start on this cave when we come back next stream. Did you see that white Pikmin just kind of show up at the end? He's kind of hesitant there. He's like, I don't know if I want to go further on this one. I'm scared of spiders. Alright. Okay, so we'll go ahead and scout ahead again as we did last time. Got a couple enemies, fire enemies to deal with. Oh, we got some treasures over here. Everything's all grouped together, and I assume this is our exit to the next sub-level. Yep, okay. So we'll go ahead and backtrack. We'll go get the reds here. I'll take care of these. Now, reds are also great fighters. Purples are even better, but the reds do just fine here early in the game. The reds are strong fighters. Alright. Whoop. I did not mean to do that. I guess I can try to swarm. Oh no, he's walking. When he's walking, that means he kind of went out of his bounds. Oh man, don't... I thought I killed everyone. By the way, am I... Oh, snap. I got distracted with the chat. Am I pronouncing this correctly? Do you go by Ichiban? Is that like the best way to say your shortened version? But yes, you do say the frogs are hella aggressive, and they sure are. They are a little more nerfed in this one than the first one, though. In the first one, they will easily wipe out Pikmin. I think they still have the silver frogs that you see in the forest navel in the first game. Itchy is fine, okay. You got it, Itchy. Alright, creative inspirations, Royal Crown, RC Cola. I do like me some RC Cola. I forget about RC Cola. I didn't used to like it, but my taste buds have kind of developed. Or they changed, and I like it now. I guess we'll help these guys out. Might as well. I feel for them. Rubber ducky, you're the one. Paradoxical enigma. That sounds a little too deep for Pikmin 2. Lipstick. Lip service. How do they know it's for the lips? They're aliens. I didn't see a label. Then again, we did just pick up the lip balm not too long ago. Maybe they assume. Well, maybe it's also for the lips. That was in one of the previous caves, I want to say. The chapstick. So is Olimar a regular human? I was never sure. He is from the planet Hokatate or Hokatati. I'm not actually sure the correct pronunciation. They are roughly the size of a quarter. which explains why everything is so much larger than them. And this is like a post-apocalyptic Earth, essentially. Delve deeper. How am I on time? I might have time for one more floor. I don't remember how many levels are in the Citadel of Spiders. But yeah, he's like the size of a quarter. Just to kind of put things in perspective. Although I feel like there's a couple treasures that are a little not drawn to scale. Alright, this one's going to have some electric bugs we got to deal with. So it's our first time really utilizing these electric Pikmin. This is not a threat to our Pikmin. Unless, of course, we can match him up with another dude. Because they will shoot electricity at each other and wipe out anyone in between who's not electrical. I'm just going to clear him out of the way. I know he's not really a threat because he's all by himself. But just to play it safe. Yeah, it makes a lot more sense when you kind of have an idea how tall he is. And the real question is, why is he so big in Smash? Yes, yes, I agree. That is very true. He has no business. If he's in Smash, all you gotta do is stomp on him, and he's done. But you know, you gotta give the people what they want, right? Except Waluigi, they won't give the people Waluigi. I'm very upset about that. I think they're doing him a big disservice. I know he's not really an in-depth character, but I think after everything he's been through, he deserves a spot. Okay, yeah, these guys I'm just gonna clear out of the way because they're a big threat if they're close to each other, to the other Pikmin. Last two DLC characters should be Waluigi and Dante. Oh, so they're still going to make more? I thought they were done with the DLC. But, and wasn't there like a video where I guess the creator was like, I'm not putting Waluigi in Smash because like, I want to teach everyone a lesson that you can't always get what you want or something like that. Like, I'm paraphrasing, of course. And maybe he's changed his mind since, but I know at one point he didn't seem too excited about Waluigi in Smash. Unless that was just kind of the impression he was trying to give off to kind of fake us out. But I don't know enough about the situation. I would be very happy to see Waluigi. Because I know he's like a trophy or like an assist or something like that. But I guess they would have to like reprogram, like take that out and then just make him an actual character. I think it's 2 more in this pack. Okay. Still have a couple more treasures to find. Let's go ahead and clear these guys out over here. The characters are technically up to Sakurai. Yeah. That was his name, I think. I mean, I know that's him. I couldn't remember who said it. I want to say it was him. Could have been someone else, like on the crew or whatever, but I think it was him. But I really do enjoy Smash Ultimate. Like, for a long time, I was like, I don't know if they can top Melee. I didn't really play the Wii version. What, Brawl? I didn't play that one. And then I know they had it on the Wii U too. But I think they really, I don't know. I feel like Ultimate is like, if you were very comfortable with Melee, that Ultimate's gonna be really comfortable. I mean, at least that's the impression I get. I feel like it's a pretty solid Smash Bros. Game. This is the Ultimate. I'm referring to Ultimate here. I think it's really well done. Kind of like how I think Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is really well done. Like, I almost want to say Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is one of my favorite video games, just because they did a really good job with it. Like, visually it's beautiful, it plays really well. That's kind of how Ultimate is to me too. The Nintendo executives pick characters and he has to figure out how to make it work. Okay. Yeah, like I know with the Minecraft character they introduced, that was a big project for them. They had to like reskin or like maybe not reskin, but like redo all the levels to incorporate the Minecraft blocks. I'll be honest with you, I haven't really played the game in a little while. I do have it, but I've kind of been taking an extended break from it, so I haven't even played it since they incorporated the Minecraft character. I think that was more or less when I last played it, but I haven't seen the Minecraft update, and I know I did watch a video and he was talking about how that was quite the task for them to figure out. We'll go ahead and grab this treasure. I want to say there's got to be another like buried treasure somewhere. Oh, there it is. Speak of the devil. Okay, so maybe the Nintendo executives have a little more say. Maybe not more than Sakurai, but they probably have some influence, and I'm hoping that they'll listen to their fans enough to put Waluigi in, but I guess it wouldn't be like the biggest tragedy in the world if he wasn't in there. I know it's just Waluigi, but I like him. And I think he's been in the series long enough to deserve a spot. I think there are other players that are less deserving of a spot, but that's just me personally. I haven't played Sephiroth yet, no. I did see the trailer for it. How does he play? Is he pretty cool? I know he has a sword. I know they have a lot of characters with swords. So how does he stack up against, other characters or maybe other sword characters? I'm very curious to hear your thoughts on that. So that cleared all the treasures from that sub-level. I'm not really going to bother with collecting all these things. I'm going to go ahead and advance to the next sub-level. I did have all... I don't know, it doesn't really matter if you have them all with you or not. I'm going to go ahead and advance to the next sub-level so that the game will save. And next time I stream this, I'll go ahead and just continue from here. But I have my options as to what levels I can go to. I think I can now access... Now that I have the yellow Pikmin, I can free up the blue Pikmin. And I should be able to finish up the caves in the second level. But I don't know what exactly the order I'm going to do. I'm going to take some time to think about it. For the time being, I'll wrap up. I'll do a little more talking if anyone wants to chat for just a bit, but I probably can't stay for too long. He plays like a Belmont, but good. I actually really like... Is Richter a Belmont? Because I really like Richter. Like, compared to Simon, I would rather play with Richter. I think he's great. But maybe Sephiroth is better. That sounds good. So we got some good progress done today. Day 4 was a little bit of a blunder. I think I just kind of turned myself onto autopilot mode, but we got the yellow Pikmin at least, and we can now obtain the blue Pikmin. We'll have a couple more caves to explore in the second stage, And then with the blue Pikmin, we can also return to the first stage. Of course, we got plenty of work to do in the third stage. So we've got our work cut out for us. That was, I guess, my goal for the stream was let's get past, the more tutorial kind of sections of the game. And then once we get to the point where you can start making some decisions of your own on how you want to approach the game, that'll be a good point to start off the next stream. I'm gonna go ahead and see if anyone's on, and maybe I can do a little raid, just a small raid, but that's fine. It's all in the spirit of the positive Twitch community here. So let's see. Let's raid a channel. I see. I have someone. He's Lebers1. Maybe you've heard of him. Maybe not. He's currently playing Hades. I don't know much about Hades, but I'm gonna go ahead and raid him. So thank you guys so much for watching. Those of you who stopped by, thank you guys so much for the raids. I know Renzi is hosting. Thank you Zozo for the raid. Thank you Lost Hogs, Ichiban or Ichi, excuse me. And thank you guys for the follows. I really appreciate all the support. And yeah, absolutely, it's my pleasure to do the stream. I'll be here again next weekend for sure. Probably Sunday morning, just like today. But if I don't see you guys, I hope you guys have a good week. And I'll try to catch you guys on your streams if you guys stream. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do the raid. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Let's go ahead and do this raid. Until then, you guys take care. Bye bye.